Testing. Hopefully we have audio soon. Oh, I'm just talking to myself.
second to the rest of the night. Oh, yes, and we got a boss to see my true hands. Fighting out of Northumbria Union in the blue corner, weighing in at 97 kilograms, standing at 5 foot 10 inches. Ricky, after you tonight, you are.
I can take that one.
Testing, testing. Fight night 2021. Oh, I think we're getting primed out for the 5th fight of the night. Amazing! I think for the first time tonight we are live on audio. Well, how good does it feel to think? I think we're live.
It's about time. I think we've been screaming our throats out, thinking this entire time that we have been live. But now we're here for Fight Night Newcastle. A fantastic and emphatic fight in front of us. We can hear the crowd, obviously a bit more drunk at the moment. A lot of energy in the crowd, a lot of action going to be going on tonight at Fight Night.
I mean, I think so far the main message is how impressed we've been in the quality of the fighting. I think it is unprecedented the level that these fights have been so far compared to previous years. And this big fight between Nicky Anthony the Night Yielder and Anthony the Knockout Chief Christie is going to be another extremely evenly matched fight.
Let's see what happens here, ladies and gentlemen. Both of these fighters clearly got some good footwork.
The referee splits it up as he gives a stern talking to the blue corner. The fight resumes, we're back underway.
I mean, you can hear the crowd already.
Off each other.
Definitely in Anthony's corner so far. It's Anthony in the blue gloves, Nicky in the red.
As we can hear, the crowd is clearly going crazy singing that classic Seven Nation Army tune. Nicky is going crazy, he's throwing the big hooks
Nicky
from the left,
some
from the
vicious
right.
shots, and the fight has come together and the ref splits them up, and now the fight is back underway again.
I mean, already you can say this is a brutal exchange of punches so far.
And that was a wild
Big
swing.
hit and a miss, quick slip from Nicky. Nicky with the blue trunks, clearly he's moving around. I'm very impressed with his footwork. Again, he stands boxing it. He's not standing, he's not making himself a clear and easy target to hit.
I know we talked about before in the weight difference between the previous fight between the girls. What do you think about this height difference of nearly 7 inches between the two?
As I said before, Elliot, the height difference does make a massive difference in a fight. The taller fighter generally has the advantage with their jab in hand, hitting the opponent's chin much quicker. As you can see here, that might not matter because Nicky is taking the fight on the inside, negating that height advantage that his opponent has by getting on the inside, throwing the big punches left and right. The action resumes after the clinch. Both fighters are going for each other. Right hand from his opponent in the red corner.
I mean, in the notes that we were given before the fight, Nicky was put down as a firm favourite. I don't think you can say that so far. And the accuracy of his punches are definitely landing a higher ratio. But I mean, the support Anthony's got has got to be spurring him on right now.
Nicky has managed to duck and dive his way through this fight. And so far, nothing more offensive about the two fighters.
I mean, it's an incredible view that we've got here ringside. You can hear every single punch landing, and that is the end of the first round.
What a fight, what a night. As we can see, it is just the start of the night, and both of these men have come here to take the win home. They've got the tenacity, they've got the ferocity, the fire, the passion in them. One of them is going to take this win home.
I think it's a shame that previously you've not been able to hear the commentary properly on the previous fights, but the main message that we've been putting out is the people I would least likely want to be in this building are the judges, because these fights have been so even, so hard to call.
Testament to both fighters, absolutely bringing it their all, leaving nothing, and they're leaving it all in the ring for this capacity crowd. It's testament to both of them, and the camp and the training.
March, what's it like down there in the red corner? How can you hear the messages going down? What's it like in the red corner?
It's absolutely electric. Both fighters are going crazy.
And here we go, the start of the second round.
Again, the crowd is here in emphatic fashion. They're delivering the energy. They are delivering the fire to this fight. And we're watching the fighters again. They're seeing what's going to happen. Again, Nicky is moving around the ring, using his footwork. I'm liking what I'm seeing, ladies and gentlemen.
I think the size of both these guys, they're trying to find their range without putting themselves in danger so far.
An absolute brawler. I am very happy with what I'm seeing. It's clearly taking and negating the advantages that a taller opponent has by getting on the inside, preventing his jabbing hand from outpointing him.
An absolute slugfest from two heavyweight mammoths. Only time can tell how this fight is going to end.
Inevitably, as we can start seeing, the energy is starting to drop off a bit as both fighters start to get a little bit more tired. But both of them have still got a lot of fire in them. They've got a lot of fight in them. Let's see how this fight goes.
Only a 5 kilogram difference between these two fighters. We talked about previously a 7-inch difference in height. Do you think that will have any effect on fatigue? A height difference, because the weight, they're so evenly matched.
I think the height difference does generally make a difference, but as I've said, Nicky, the shorter man, clearly is taking away the opponent's height difference. As we can see here, he is putting the pressure on, and the red corner is
Also, the first count here for Nicky. Nicky's taking the count. He looks fine. I think both fighters look quite tired right now.
The two fighters are in the corner. The fight resumes. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen, left and right. We have ducks from the right corner.
Guys, I think I can feel the sweat and the blood dripping over straight here in ringside. What a fantastic fight. Only the 5th fight of the night. We've got a long way to go. And these boys are bringing the action.
The end of another grueling second round.
What an absolutely exhilarating first round. I cannot wait for the next round.
What an evening so far, though. This is my first fight night. I'm sure a lot of people watching, a lot of people here tonight, it's their first fight night. I asked before, what can we expect? And I think this has answered any questions we had about the quality of these guys coming into it. I know you're fighting in a couple of weeks' time. Do you want to talk to us a little bit about the amount of detail and effort that goes into what the 6-8 weeks planning?
Oh, absolutely, Elliot. The kind of effort that you put into these fights, people don't realize it. Most of the crowd are only going to be seeing the 6 minutes of action here, but they don't realize the hours, the runs, the early morning jogs, the hours and hours of sparring and training that goes into this. Fair play to both of these men. They're putting it all on the table tonight.
I think it is a battle of the grit, of the determination. We'll see. Will the blue corner win? Will the red corner win? Only time can tell.
Oh, that's a fantastic shot.
The crowd are absolutely electric, as I'm sure you ladies and gentlemen can hear.
I think Nicky's really taken advantage of Anthony's fatigue at this moment in the 3rd round. Again, this is another one of those fights where both of these guys have absolutely nothing left to lose and everything on the line.
As we can see, the punches are starting to come out a bit slower as they are both hard-gassed. I've been there myself. I know exactly what it feels like. The fatigue starts to kick in. The only thing that's going to start driving these fighters Exactly, and the only thing that's going to be driving these fighters is the willpower. Who's got the most heart? Who's going to keep on fighting despite being tired?
The fight resumes. The blue corner is advancing.
Fantastic shot by Nicky. I think the fatigue is really an issue for Anthony now.
Have engaged in the clean.
I think the fight's been stopped now because of a bit of blood.
Referee stops the fight to wipe the nose of the bloody red.
Anthony in the red corner has a bit of blood coming from his nose, which of course is a very demoralising thing. And it's going to be giving Nicky in the blue corner a bit of action. It's going to his predatory senses are going to start kicking and thinking, I'm hurting him, I can take him out.
Nicky senses perhaps at the red corner right now is a wounded animal. Backing him into the corner with some good body shots. And he wants a headshot. Anthony on the red corner.
The blue corner is pouncing. The referee stops the fight. The fight resumes. And there's a round, ladies and gentlemen.
To conclude, 3 rounds of absolutely amazing boxing. Both fighters bringing their all.
Another fantastic 6 minutes of action. It's a real treat to be sat this close watching this action. You can see the bruises appearing on these guys already. All credit to them. Neither of them should feel hard done by not winning this one.
Very hard, and as you can see, one of them is going to be taking the win home tonight. We'd love to see a little bit of respect in the ring between the two fighters. As I mentioned before, guys, it is a sport, they are coming to fight each other, but there is honour in this sport.
And here we go for the judges' decision.
The results are in. Respect to both of these guys putting everything on the line. And you can hear the noise for both of their corners right now. This is an impressive feat.
Ooh.
And the winner is... in the blue corner, Anthony, the knockout chief, Christie.
Very well deserved win. He clearly had the footwork. A lot of people in the audience might have been looking him down, thinking he's looking a bit bigger than his opponent, so he might not win. But boxing will teach you that looks can be deceptive, and it's always the one who's got the willpower, who's got the ferocity and the heart to take the win home. And Nicky clearly has done that tonight. Props up.
I think the key theme that's run through the whole night is who wants to win it the most. I mean, ability, especially in the third round, when that fatigue starts taking issue, the ability and the technique goes out the window.
In that ring to deliver 3 rounds of excellent boxing, and perhaps in that round just drawing the blood, really some good body shots to sway the judge's decision in Nicky's favour, but well-deserved victory all the same.
Kieran, I am just absolutely amazed as you. Hats off to both competitors.
I think it was a fantastic fight, ladies and gentlemen, here at Fight Night Newcastle. But it is just the 5th fight of the night. We've got a long way to go.
I mean, another thing I need to point out, obviously we're coming from a radio station, music is a key part of this. I gotta say right now, the walking songs so far have been amazing. How important do you think it is to have the right music behind you for that confidence?
Oh, absolutely. More importantly, it's really good to get the crowd on your side. If you get them fast, if you get them exhilarated, then they're going to be cheering for you during this fight, and that is very important.
This is the perfect moment to introduce our next fighters. This is the 6th fight of the night. I love the nicknames on this one, I've got to say. Bradley Big Balls Belgrave in the red corner versus Sam Tax the Rich Hoyskins in the blue corner, standing at 6'3", 85 kilograms, representing Newcastle University.
Elliot, what are you thinking of the walkout song so far? I'm really loving it. A bit of X going to give it to you. R.I.P. DMX.
I don't know whether it's the alcohol or just the atmosphere, but it's electric in here at the moment.
I think it's a combination of both, Elliot. I think generally as the night goes on, people start to get a little bit more drunk, and the noise just gets louder, exhilarating. The energy is all over the place. We are happy to be here at ringside for Fight Night Newcastle.
To the listeners at home, if you can't pick up on the electric atmosphere behind us, let me assure you the crowd is going wild. Stepping towards the ring.
I mean, being this close at ringside, it's a real privilege to have this view. And I don't know if you can pick up on the microphone at home, the fans behind us right now, only a couple of feet away, it's deafening, and I've got headphones on.
Elliot, I can barely hear my own thoughts, but that's a good sign for the two fighters in the ring right now. The crowd are going mental.
This is another fight in our nose given before us by the ref, by the people that have been training these guys. It's extremely even. I can tell you on this one that both of these guys are extremely confident corners. I think the importance of having your friends there, people that have trained with you, people that you trust, to cool you down, get you ready, bastard, cheekbones.
When you come into a fight with an experienced corner and that corner knows what they're doing, preparing you for that next round, giving you that motivational boost, that makes all the difference in a fight, as close as these especially.
And we are on the start of the first round so far.
Fight is swinging, coming out of blocks, all guns blazing.
Sam Hoskin so far landing more of the punches. I think Bobby Bogle's a little bit dazed.
Both fighters are going with the left and right. The jabs, the straights, ducking, head movement.
Sam having to cover up early here in the first round as Bradley delivers some fierce shots as the referee separates and the fighting resumes again.
What a fantastic and emphatic start to the fight. This is the fourth, just the sixth fight. There's a lot more to go. Most of these fights in the first round are going crazy. They are going at each other with all they've got, all that nervous energy, all that build-up. It comes right here out in the first round.
Neither fighters are willing to step back. Both of them looking to advance, gain the offensive.
I think there's a slight bit of redness on Sam's face already. You can see these punches are really connected. They're breaking the guard. But I mean, with this atmosphere, with the excitement, that makes the feel that these guys must have gone into this, not just support themselves and the people they've been training with. For so long, everything's on the line.
As you can see, it's a good, interesting clash of styles here.
Staggering in the corner is Sam. Attacks the Rich Hoiskins as the referee does a standing count after those shots really left him reeling.
The first
Will the fighter in the red corner bounce back? He's down for the count. Oh, and there we go.
Bradley Bowgrave a bit too eager to start the fight again as they now begin the feeling out process.
Both of the fighters are going at each other, although the red corner has taken a standing count. The blue corner is now kicking in with the predatory attitude. He's looking to finish the fight.
no reaction there.
The ref is taking a very close look at the red corner, and the red corner is saved by the bell. Let's see how the next fight goes.
I think your words summed it up perfectly, Rahul. Saved by the bell, because Bradley was seriously taking turn in that round.
100%. This seems to be a very common theme at the start of the fight. The fighters are going crazy at each other. All that energy is coming out straight there. Let's see how they fare in the second and third round. I can't hear for shit.
What a fight so far. I never thought being this close in person, I would be this impressed. Even I don't know.
No, I was asking.
Maybe not connecting as much as the guys we've seen. But there's a reason why I thought them so well. They're keeping themselves out of danger. How much do you need to balance keeping yourself out of danger? That's why you're right. So you've got to put your head in there to make your own shot to do like that.
100% is the most important thing. At the end of the day, boxing is about hitting and not getting hit. That is the sweet science, ladies and gentlemen. As we can see here in the blue corner, he's got his hands down. He's coming in with a bit more of a slick style, where the red corner is coming in with a more high guard approach to the fight. But so far, the blue corner is amping up the pressure. The red corner already having taken 2 strikes. Let's see what happens in the second round.
I think it's fair to say Sam Hoskins is seriously dominating this fight. Bradley is really struggling to stay on his feet, and it's because of those body blows. He's getting taken in the head, and he can't see where they're coming from, and he can't stand up.
I think this fight is going to be over very soon, ladies and gentlemen.
The second
After the third countdown, a fourth attempt will result in an automatic win for the opponent. Good body shot there from the blue corner.
Sam there just been asked to stand up taller. We watched the referee go through the rules of these boxes at the start. And their corners about what's allowed and what's not allowed.
I think the referee's
dominating, and that is it.
And the fight is off.
That's called the fight. That's called the fight. I mean, Sam in the blue corner, the blue gloves, he's dominated that from start to
First
finish.
stoppage of the night, and it's safe to say it's a fair one. The blue corner dominating the fight from the get-go, and a very well-earned victory there.
He's hoisted in the air by his friends there, and I mean, he totally deserves that. That was the most dominant performance of the evening.
100%. So far, the most dominant fight of the evening. The sixth fight in. We are about halfway through the night, ladies and gentlemen. We've got 12 fights left, and so far, that has been the first technical knockout. Fair play, well done to the blue corner for taking that win home.
So far, this is the first fight that's been stopped before the final bell. I mean, the amount of effort these guys have put in, they must hurt to be stopped before they can go to distance.
Yeah, I imagine it's pretty dejecting in front of all your peers as well. You can only imagine what must be going through his mind, but it's a well-deserved victory for Brad Belgrave.
That was a very energetic fight. Big up to the blue corner for taking the fight to his opponent, not letting him rest, and as soon as that predatory instinct came in, he knew, right, I'm going to take him out, and he did.
I've never witnessed anything like this. Just the crowd and the energy coming from them. You know, you think your experiences in like Wembley Stadium, this doesn't compare, I'll tell you that. It's so enclosed in here, and the support that you can hear from the crowd while the fights are going on sure must spur the fighters on to go and take it to the opponent. It's a great thing to be a part of.
Next up, we have got another extremely evenly matched fight. A little personal stake in this one. A friend of my housemate's fighting here, Ammar the Star versus Jeremy the Juggernaut Agar. Both standing at 5'9", only a 6 kilogram difference between them. Ammar is 72 kg, Jeremy is 78. Jeremy in the blue corner, Ammar in the red. I mean, it's going so far. You can't call these fights on paper.
I like it. So far, I'm loving the walkout music. He's going in with a bit more of a retro vibe. Something out of a Rocky movie tonight. I'm loving the energy.
He's on his toes so far. He looks very up for it. It's such a positive sign when you see these guys. He doesn't seem to be affected by the atmosphere at all. He doesn't look nervous in one bit, does he?
Absolutely not. And that is that confidence. At the end of the day, you're not just a sportsman, you are a performer.
I'm sure you can pick up on the mic the atmosphere around these guys at the moment. I think this is another really well supported matchup.
100% these fighters must at least have 2 tables each. You can hear the energy, you can hear the roars from the crowd as each fighter is keeping the walk in. Now let's see who's going to take the win home tonight, ladies and gentlemen, at Fight Night Newcastle.
what a pleasure it is to be here, Fight Night Newcastle 2021. You guys, ringside, what a pleasure.
Absolutely what a pleasure to be this close to the action, to see the fighters, to see the expressions on their faces when they're taking the punches. It is truly a pleasure.
I mean, I'd say physically, on paper, maybe at first impression, there's I wouldn't call it a mismatch, but a difference between these guys. But again, as we've seen before, the weight difference, the height differences, they've meant nothing so far.
Let's see what happens there in the first round, starting off in an emphatic start.
Ammar starting extremely positively so far with the
Ammar
blue
is
gloves.
clearly well versed in using the jab, peppering his opponent with the jab, but his opponent in the red corner is putting the pressure in now. The referee is scolding him for using a hammer fist. You're not allowed to do that in boxing, fella.
Say there's a slight mismatch in the ability of footwork here. However, the will to fight is something that's shown through, especially by the third round.
I'm absolutely loving Ammar's footwork. He's clearly done a bit of boxing before, or he's training hard.
Trying to aim for the head of Jeremy. And
that is a fantastic right hook straight on the chin from Ammar Mahmood.
Got to say, Jeremy so far is looking slightly dazed, possibly out of his depth. You never know what can come though. It only takes one punch to turn this sort of fight around.
It only takes one punch, and he saw that with Ammar's flush right connection to the side of Jeremy's temple. And that left him rocking there.
We can see that the opponent in the red corner is visibly slowed down, clearly dazed. Let's see if he can get through the round. Ammar toying with him almost, peppering him with the jag. Now coming in with the big shots. Oh, and a fantastic turn there.
I think Ammar's definitely found his distance and his range very, very early on, and I think that's definitely to his advantage at the moment.
And more importantly, he's found his flow and his rhythm. Very important in boxing, to get your rhythm, get the pace, and clearly you put the fighter in the blue corner, Ammar, is dominating the pace at the minute, ladies and gentlemen.
Ammar with some fierce headshots. Jeremy managing to duck out of the way, but he's absorbing a lot of offense. Can he survive to the end of this first round?
Fantastic job. Every punch Ammar seems to be landing at the moment between that guard. I think Jeremy's struggling. I don't know if it's the atmosphere, I don't know if it's fatigue already setting in, and that is the end of the first round. I mean, they've been pretty evenly matched so far. How are you going to score that one?
I mean, Elliot, there's not much to be said. It was a very dominating performance from Ammar in the blue corner. I feel as if he's clearly done a bit of boxing before, or he's been training very hard. He's working on his footwork. He's pivoting around. He's leading with the jab, coming on the combinations. We can only hope to see what Jeremy can come up with in the next two rounds. But he's clearly in this ring. He's a fighter. He's got a bit of fight left in him. Let's see what happens in the next couple of rounds.
Ammar clearly coming into this with a better boxing acumen, a better boxing IQ, and Jeremy perhaps not had enough training to be at his level, but he's hanging on in his first round. Can he reply with some shots of his own in the second?
Oh, definitely. We can clearly see the fighters are receiving their pep talk from their corners now. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen, back to the second round.
The support for Ammar, the chance of Leeds.
I wonder where they're from. Is it Leeds?
Maybe they're lost, trying to find their way home.
You can see Ammar is putting the pressure here.
And Jeremy separates him in the red corner.
He really is hunting Jeremy down right now. I'm not sure how much longer he can last in here. But to be fair, all credit to him. He's on his feet. He's returning at every single opportunity.
Definitely, and Ammar is clearly smart with his boxing. He's using the feints. He's peppering the jab and then throwing the right hand as Jeremy comes in, catching him straight on the chin.
Jeremy showing a lot more of an unorthodox style, just swinging wildly at times. However, he's well within this boxing match.
The referee had to break up a couple of times already in this round. I think Ammar's he's been quite lucky at the moment with the way this fight's going.
Maybe that Ammar is starting to get tired now. Let's see what happens. leaping in with that jab, but Jeremy looks like he's fighting back.
It's a great counter by Jeremy. All credit to the guy. He's eating every single one of these punches. Too much of a spin and a clinch there. The referee breaks the law.
Both of these men have clearly come here to fight. They've clearly come in to put everything on the line. Let's see who takes it home.
Ammar just needs to regain control that he had in the first round now, assert his dominance back on there. I think that came with his footwork as well, the fact that he let himself have that range. He's too close at the moment. He can't really line these punches with the power that he's requiring.
Both the fighters are now teeing off in the middle of the ring, trying to assert dominance over each other. There's only a few more seconds left in this round, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see what happens.
That is the end of the round. Again, I think another dominant performance by Ammar.
Both fighters yet to really get that shot in to gain an edge in this matchup. And so far, again, another competitive tie. Perhaps Ammar seen a bit more experience. That'll pay off in the third round. Can last a bit longer than Jeremy perhaps. So we'll see what happens in the third.
I think Ammar can be extremely pleased with the performance so far, but all credit to Jeremy as well, the fact that he's eaten every single one of these punches. He's maybe done some little days a little flustered. He's never like the outside bar. And I think that's something that towards his third round, Ammar needs to take advantage of, or it might frustrate him.
Big credit to Jeremy. He's clearly a very durable lad. He's taken all the punches that Ammar is throwing at him, and although he's not taking them the best, he is still on his feet. I'm sure I could just take a look at the top corner. They are just telling him, listen son, the only chance you've got is a knockout. And there's still one more round here left, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see what happens.
Let's hope for a photo finish, ladies and gentlemen.
Third round about to get underway. Both fighters ready for action. As we head into the third round of another very evenly contested tie. Ammar with a slight upper hand, but we'll see how it goes.
Referee just clearing the corners there. I think the cornermen had their phone in the way.
Referee just making sure that the ring is fight safe, making sure there's no sweat or water in the corners. And the fight keeps going on. Both of them again teeing off, throwing the big shots left, right. Ammar landing us clean 1-2 on the chin of Fraser.
I think Jeremy's really struggling now.
Yeah, you can see the experience of Ammar in this boxing ring paying off. The endurance he's built up over his weeks of training coming to fruition right here in this ring against Jeremy.
It is now just a battle of willpower. Both of the fighters are clearly fatigued, clearly completely drained of their energy. It is now going to be who wants it more, who's got the heart, who's got the fire and the ferocity to take it home.
More importantly, who can land that clean shot that rocks a fighter off his feet.
Jeremy just been told there not to back fist. It's something that I haven't noticed so far. None of these fighters have been rabbit punching. It's something that we've got quite a lot in previous years. A lot of punches to the back of the head, punches around the kidneys. These guys, they're standing and they're taking, they're eating all of these punches.
These fighters quite clearly well trained. They know what they're doing in there. Ammar goes on the offense.
Ammar really taking a look now. Don't think Jeremy's going to last much longer.
Looks like he's hanging on and struggling in there.
Just a caution there for Ammar for pushing him down.
Jeremy is a durable lad, he's taking the punches, but let's see how long he can last. There's only a few more seconds left in this round, and Ammar is clearly dominating.
From where we're sat ringside, you can really see the beads of sweat landing, flying off their faces every single time a clean punch connects. This round, the best round of the fight so far.
Blood, sweat and tears being left in the ring for sure, and that brings an end to the third round and another entertaining exhibition we've just witnessed here tonight.
Fantastic fight. Ammar the star Mahmood, Jeremy the juggernaut Ammar.
Ladies and gentlemen, I don't even need to tell you, you can hear the energy in the crowd tonight. Everybody is going crazy, emphatic energy tonight.
We definitely say both these guys are two of the most well-supported fighters that we've had this evening. It's really split 50-50 across the room. On the stage behind, leaves chanting throughout the fight. Over the other side, you can hear the Jeremy.
You think to a fighter that is going to do, if you're feeling on the backhand, you are going to be spurred on by the support of the crowd for sure.
We just await the decision of the judges now. We don't want to say too early in which way it's going to go, but I think there's a clear favourite.
I think if the blue corner doesn't get the win, the Leeds fans are going to rush the city.
Small club mentality. And the winner is in the blue corner, Ammar Mahmood, with one of the most dominant performers so far this evening. He should be extremely proud of himself, and the effort he's put in because it's clearly paid off. And he's working the crowd, and he deserves that.
With the fitness and the cardio, he deserved the
Show box like Rocky tonight. He showed why he's a good fighter. He delivered a clinic in boxing to Jeremy, and it was a well fought fight. And Ammar deserved to emerge victorious out of that one.
All credit to Jeremy for spending 6 minutes eating those punches. He looked tired, he looked dazed, but at no point did he look like he couldn't carry on. I think those guys could have continued for 2 or 3 more rounds. It may have been the same result, but it shows the heart of both of these guys. With the crowd here, half the room's hostile towards you, half of them are screaming your name. It's going to be a very strange environment to be in.
100%. Most people have never done anything like this before. So again, although Ammar has taken the win tonight and Jeremy has not been able to win tonight, both of them are winners in our eyes, ladies and gentlemen. Stepping into the ring is an achievement in its own. That puts you in a small 1% of the population. So hats off to both the fighters tonight for delivering an electrifying and fantastic fight for the viewers at home and here at Fight Night Newcastle.
Well, Rahul, we know you're stepping into the ring in a couple of weeks' time in this same venue. How does watching all of these fights motivate you for that? Does it make you more pumped up?
Oh, 100%. I can't thinking about stepping into the ring myself. I can't wait. I think it's going to be a fantastic night, and I guess we'll see.
Just preparing for the
As he is announced, he's representing Sunderland, England. Booze ringer out against this Newcastle arena.
I've got to say, in terms of weight, there's a 4 kilogram difference between these two guys. 66 kilograms for DJ Jake Middleton representing Sunderland. 70 kilograms for Magic Zacky McGarrigle. However, there's something that you've got to know. In the red corner, Jake coming in at 5'7". In the blue corner, Zacky coming in at 6'2". Do you think the reach, the height difference, the reach difference?
I think this is definitely going to be one of the more interesting fights, and that's because Jake has done one of the fight nights before in the past. He is a fighter, I've trained with him myself, he knows this stuff. We can only hope that it has been a fair matchup with his opponent, Zacky, in the blue corner, and that they are all also both experienced fighters. So let's see what's going to happen here.
Jake Middleton entering this ring with a lot of confidence, but he's giving up a sizable difference in height in this fight. How do you think that will affect his ability to take this match?
I think the height difference is definitely going to make a massive contribution to who's going to win the fight or not. Naturally, the taller fighter has the reach advantage. So what's going to happen is the taller fighter in the red corner is going to be pushing his jab to Jake's head a lot quicker than he'll be able to deliver the jab. If he's smart, he'll be able to go on the inside and negate the opponent's height advantage.
No confusion with the people watching at home on the stream. The blue corner is wearing pink gloves and red shorts. The red corner is wearing black shorts and red gloves.
He's definitely going to take home the most fashionable so far. Pink gloves, bright yellow boxing boots, as we can see, and I think I'm going to say that's red shorts as well. So far I'm happy with what he's wearing. Let's see if it makes a difference.
Them boxing boots are enough to blind his opponent, but will he be successful in the fight? Let's see.
As you can see, Jake is clearly using his boxing IQ. He's boxing on the right, pivoting to the side to the left. He's feinting in with the jab and then throwing the right hand.
Both these quite clear have experience in the ring. The footwork on show is amazing already. You can quite clearly see, been well trained, well drilled in what they're doing. And
Now this, ladies and gentlemen, is the first boxing match of the night. Both of these fighters clearly know what they're doing. They're not just going crazy at each other. They're not just going all guns blazing. They are taking the time, feeling each other out. Let's see what happens in the first round.
It's interesting to note as well, Rahul, both these guys are southpaws.
Oh, definitely. Both of them being southpaws makes it a very interesting fight.
Jake Middleton with a wild left hand.
Good head movement from the red corner.
It seems to be the key for these guys to dominate is the footwork and the head movement. It's not whether you land, if you can dodge at the moment, especially with how harsh these judges have to score these things, there has to be a winner. The first fight that we had this evening was an unprecedented draw. It rarely, if ever,
what a
shot from
Zacky. You can see that Zacky is a very, very versatile fighter. Not only is he able to switch, that means that he's able to fight in both orthodox right-handed first with a southpaw stance as well. And he's constantly switching to change the pace and to confuse his opponent.
You can see already from where we're sat ringside, the red marks appearing, working the body. Shot from the right. I really think this could be a fight that fatigue is such a key issue.
Both these fighters going hard, landing flush blows to the body, and it's going to be a matter of who has got more in the tank come the end of this fight, I think.
It's the end of the first round. That's a fantastic first round.
A good
the highest quality boxing technique that we've seen so far, is fair to say.
Oh, 100%. As I mentioned before, these two boys are clearly experienced. Jake has done fight night before, and Zacky clearly a boxer able to switch his stance from southpaw to orthodox. Both of these men know exactly what they're doing in the ring. I'm very excited to see what's going to happen in the next couple of rounds. Are they going to keep boxing each other at range, or are they going to go for the knockout?
I'm so excited for this second round already, and you can see the corners that these guys have as well. I know we talked earlier, whether it got caught on the audio or not, about the importance of having people that, A, aren't just your friends, but B, know what they're doing and know what's best for you in this. These guys have been training for 6 to 8 weeks. They've got a technique. You know your opponent, but more importantly, you've got to know yourself at this point.
100%. At the end of the day, they can have all the skill and all the power in the world, but ultimately it comes down to a heart. That makes 90% of boxing, ladies and gentlemen. The heart and the desire, the mentality to win.
As the second round is about to kick off here.
Here we go. Second round underway. Jake Middleton in the red gloves, black shorts. Zacky McGargle in the blue corner, that's red shorts, fluorescent yellow boots. It's certainly not a case of all the gear, no idea in this one. Both these guys are landing, both the guys even have the technique to be able to clinch. We're just giving a warning there to keep his head up. It's fantastic head movement. It's one of the best head movement that we've seen so far this season.
Oh, 100%. Jake clearly is using a lot of good head movement. He's using it preemptively as well. He's baiting a jab out of his opponent in the red corner and then preemptively going to the side to avoid that jab and coming back with a counter.
Jake demonstrating his awareness as a boxer, showing his ability to get his head out of the way and avoiding the jabs, luring Zacky into perhaps a deadly counter.
Very, very good display of boxing IQ from both of the fighters here. Zacky clearly using his height advantage to keep Jake away at bay. And a good 1-2 from the red corner. Jake, though, clearly not phased from that. He's coming straight back to fight.
The referee separates him on the ropes. And now Jake goes straight back towards Zacky.
I mean, so far in this round, Zacky is definitely on the offensive. He's got a point to prove after that first round. What a fantastic fight so far. I cannot wait. It will go the distance, and I cannot wait for this third round.
Both of these lads have clearly got the durability, they've got the stamina and the fitness. They've definitely been training very hard for this, and the experience. They've definitely done this before, so that ring IQ, they've got it, and they're ready to fight tonight.
What a shot that was by Jake as he backs Zacky into the corner, and the bell goes for the end of the second round.
Concluding the second round right in front of us there. I mean, what a contest. This isn't just a fight, this is a boxing match.
This is what I love about their sport, Elliot, when you see two fighters that clearly understand the sweet science of boxing, both of them staying behind their jabs, using their advantages, taking away the advantages of the opponent. This, honestly, I feel bad for the judges because it's a very, very even fight. But there's still one more round to go. Let's see what happens.
The atmosphere has been electric throughout this evening, but I mean, coming into this third round, I think everyone in here appreciates everything is on the line for these guys. The fans appreciate it. We see how intense their talk is. I hope we picked up on the cameras, on the live stream, filming this right now because down here, it's intense. It's intense.
You really feel it from down here at ringside. You encapsulate the entire emotion of the entire arena. And as the third round is about to get underway, let's see who can win this close contest.
And here we are with the third round. Both of the fighters again teeing off for dominance in the centre of the ring. One of them is going to take it home tonight. Again, both of them boxing each other, staying away with the jab. Zacky switch.
I think he stumbled. I don't think he's out of it. I think it was a stumble. A slight trip there. Zacky.
Oh! And the referee separates as Jake appeals to the referee, looking like he may have an injury.
Injury to the eye here.
Seems Jake has sustained an injury. The ref is checking him out. Fair play to Jake. He clearly sustained a big injury there, but he decided to keep on fighting, and he landed a good three-punch combination on his opponent Zacky at the end of the fight. Let's hope the judges do take that into account.
Zacky walking back towards his corner, raising his arms as if he's there saying, I'm the victor here. I feel strongly enough that I did enough to put away my opponent in this fight. And we'll see how the judges score it.
Absolutely fantastic fight here. Both of the fighters clearly know what they're doing, using their boxing IQ. Now let's see what happens when it goes to the judges' scorecard.
Just preparing to find a winner here. I think both of these guys have a lot of respect for each other. The shift both of them have just put in, phenomenal. I don't know if it comes across in the same way on camera as it does being this close ringside. The fact that we can hear every punch land, we can hear the groans, we can hear the crowd behind them cheering people on, cheering their friends on, cheering their housemates on.
Absolutely. Now let's see what happens when it goes to the judges' scorecard.
The scores are in. First, what an appreciation for both of these guys. The winner in the red corner.
The red corner rushes into the ring to celebrate with Zacky McGarrigle. And that is a feeling of euphoria that you get when you win a fight so close and such a well-deserved performance.
Absolutely, Kieran. The red corner are in absolute pandemonium. Very exhilarated with their guys winning. But it was a very close fight, and it was a very good fight. And again, just as we love to see it, the respect between the two fighters, and that's what makes this sport I love so much so great.
You see Jake looking pretty dejected after that fight, obviously. It's so even to call, it's got to hurt, but I mean, I think this is one of those fights where both these guys are winners. They've done themselves proud, the 6 weeks training, the coaching that they've had, careful diet plans, the lack of going out. Both these guys are going to have an amazing night out tonight, and they deserve it.
I would go out on a limb and say that was the best boxing match we've seen tonight. Both fighters clearly well trained, well instructed by the trainers, going through that 6-week program to get to this, and now they put on a great performance for those watching on.
Since the fourth fight that we had between Charlotte and Ruby, which was one of the best dogfights that we've seen at Fight Night, that was definitely the highest boxing match. Fantastic fight. taking another interval.
Ladies and gentlemen, enjoy.
We'll hand you over to the studio. With rugby and everything back now, but into a live student sport back, and you can't get anything better than this.
And James, how have you been finding it tonight? I know you're quite the boxing fan.
I think the standard has been actually really good. It's been really impressive. I think the quality of the fight has been fantastic. There's been some really competitive fights, which is the main thing. I just thought it'd be, just quite average, but I'm really impressed. There's been good stuff to chew at in terms of the quality. So yeah, really enjoying myself. Yeah.
For sure. So it's been the first fight night in 2 years. It's been a long time coming. What has been the most outstanding match, would you say, for you guys?
Outstanding match? I would say it was between, I think his name was Ammar and the Star, I believe. I think that was the one. That was a crazy fight. Best fight of the night for me personally. He was amazing. He did really well. I don't know what the other guys think though.
Yeah, I think spot on. I think the one for me, I think it came in, I think it was the 7th fight that we had between Ammar the Star Mahmood and Jeremy the Juggernaut Agar. I think the support that Ammar had from the VIP section was outstanding, and I think he really benefited from that. And he just dominated. He just absolutely dominated. I think that 7th one for me was the standout. But I don't know about you, we've had one knockout so far, which was brilliant.
Yeah, so Bradley Big Balls Belgrave, what a great name that is, by the way. He's just been the standout fighter. He's just been incredible. He was aggressive from minute one. He got his jab in. He was just controlling the centre of the ring from round one. And then you could just tell by the 3rd round that Sam Hoykins was just out of it. He didn't know where he was. He didn't know what year it was. And it was about time that the ref called it quits. It should have been done in round 1. So it went on too long for me. But yeah, it was a fantastic fight.
Yeah, I feel like the one that stood out for me was that guy who had the crowd absolutely cheering for him. He must have been a fan favourite, right, for sure. I felt like everybody was cheering for him. The VIPs were upstanding.
Oh, yeah,
saying some quite rude things to the other guy, and the guy had dreads as well or something. He had the weirdest hair, I swear.
Oh yeah, the guy with the mullet, oh my god. He's all plaited at the back and everything. It's like so much effort.
So, James, why do you think Fight Night is so popular at the moment? Why do you think Fight Night is so popular at the moment?
Well, you get to see your peers from uni have a go at each other. Everybody's got dressed up. Everybody's having a good time. Everybody's having a drink. You can watch it from home if you want to, if you don't want to come out here. Yeah. And the quality of fighting's really good. Why wouldn't you want to watch Fight Night? Why wouldn't you want to watch Fight Night? It's great fun. I'm having a great time. This is my first fight night, and I'm going to come back. I'm going to come and do it again. It's great. It's really good.
Yeah. I feel like another memorable performance as well was the knockout one. I missed it, unfortunately, but can you tell us what happened with that? Because I would love to hear more about it.
I mean, I've got some notes down, and pretty much all I've written was from the first thing is that Blue is on top, Blue is strong, Blue is aggressive, Blue has got great footwork, Blue has got some hooks in. It was fantastic, and then for the 3rd round there was nothing because it was over before we knew it. So yeah, it was just a whitewash for the blue corner. Bradley Big Balls Belgrave, like I said, what a great name. And he lived up to his name, by the way. He was aggressive, he was ballsy, so yeah.
And Kaylee, I feel like you'll agree, the girls fought dirty today. They were absolutely worse than the boys in some cases. There were some real fierce punches there.
Absolutely. I mean, you would expect, because boxing is such a male-dominated sport, from my opinion. But when the girls came out, everyone was on their feet. Everyone was cheering. Everyone was having an amazing time. And it's like, you know what? big up the girls. Big up the girls. They did so good. I'm so proud of them. Both of them. Even the one who didn't win, she was absolutely electric.
Yeah, and Fergus, I'd love to hear your perspective on it as well.
Well, I just thought that fight between Ruby and Charlotte was the fourth fight that we had this evening. And I think it was the one that had the best atmosphere with it. We had chants for Ruby. She came on to Ruby from the Kaiser Chiefs as well. And I think with it being football against netball as well, I think there was a huge rivalry between those two clubs. And I think it was one of the better fights that we had as well. I think two really, really strong women who were absolutely passionate in that ring. And I think we saw it from Charlotte in particular, just the way she was able to dominate the middle of the ring and able just to really take control of the fight. She came out on top and I think absolutely deserved it. And I think a real credit to women's football this evening.
I totally agree. I have nothing to add, but yeah, I just sat back and enjoyed that fight. I just stopped taking notes in the second round because I just thought this is a really, really great fight. You know, Charlotte was just exceptional. I don't know if she's fought before that. I don't know if she's ever done any boxing. You know, I saw that they were both from the football team and netball team, so they're part of like uni sports in general. So maybe they've got a future in boxing. They should ditch netball and football.
Perhaps, yeah. Perhaps time to switch from them and,
exactly.
and get into the ring more often. Yeah.
And Fergus, how did you feel when you heard the Scottish pipes playing
Oh.
and you came on with the Scottish
You know what?
flag?
Look, we've talked about the knockouts, we've talked about some really good fighting, but that made it. And then he won. Fraser, he went out and he fought his absolute heart out. And we got to hear the pipes again, so absolutely hats off to him. It was a really impressive performance.
And sort of speaking of walking songs, are any that stand out to you? I know that when I heard Gangsta's Paradise, I was like, I want this guy to win.
Oh, that was good. I loved it. Simple. I think it's Kaiser Chiefs Ruby for Ruby side. Everyone was just singing Ruby, Ruby, Ruby. It was amazing. I loved that one. I don't know about you guys.
Well, do you know what? I think Scottish bias to one side. I thought fair play to Ruby coming out to the Kaiser Chiefs. I thought, Joe, she's put some thought into this one. Yeah.
I can't hear a thing, so I'm just trying to listen in.
What song can you remember so vividly?
Your favourite walkout song?
My favourite walkout song. I like the Scottish one as well. I was joining a bit of Flower Scotland. Yeah. You know, you were getting into that one, Fergus.
Would you say, are there any matches that surprised any of you? You thought it was going to go one way and it definitely went another. I'd love to hear what you think.
Do you know what? I think I'd have to say, probably first fight of the day. I think we saw some of these statistics.
Yeah, first fight of the day, like we were saying that how did Blue Corner not win? And we thought it was a bit of foul play.
Yeah.
The ref was constantly getting involved with the Blue Corner. I forgot his name. But yeah, we thought that it was like a three round sweep for the Blue Corner, and it turned out it was a draw, and we were clueless. We didn't know what had gone on. So all we could assume is that it was foul play and there was a bit of cheating going on. His corner was getting involved a bit too much. He was slamming on the ring, you know, distracting the ref, distracting the fighter. So I think that's where that decision's come from.
Yeah, I think also that first fight as well. It was the first kind of discrepancy between the two fighters. We had Gabe O'Neill, who's very much the heavier fighter, but at the same time, Gregor, his opponent, he was about 4 inches taller than him, so a huge advantage. And I think it gave Gabe a real advantage in terms of just reaching out and giving him a good blow. So I think it kind of balanced out, but I think as was mentioned, I think we saw foul play. We're not convinced there should have been a draw, but at the end of the day, it's up to the referees.
Amen. And also one big thing as well about fight night, especially student fight night, is the names of some of the people fighting. There's been some quite comedic ones. I don't know if James, you want to go through what some of the names are?
I mean, Ammar the Star. He was sponsored as well. We're like Ammar the Star. Oh, we've got some VIP power going on. We've got a favourite. We've got a David and Goliath. But he just owned it. He lived up to his star name. He was floating from fakes. He was doing some little. He was dancing around the ring, and he deserved to win. He lived up to his name, and you can see why people wanted to pay money for him to be fighting tonight. He deserved it, and he deserved the sponsorship.
Yeah. Do you know, I thought fair play to Bradley Big Balls Belgrave.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
You know, I think it's a pretty out there statement to make at the beginning of it. But I think, and in the same fight as well, it was up against Sam Tax the Rich Hoskins. So
that's a great name.
Brilliant. It's a great name. Outstanding. So I think the two of them stood out for me as two of the good ones.
I think you know what's coming next. what would your fight night name be?
Oh my
I'm putting you on the spot here. I'm sorry, but I've got to know what it is.
Honestly, I don't even know. I know, seriously, I have no idea. Like,
You could be like Kaylee KO Fraser.
Kaylee KO.
Yeah, knockout.
Oh my god, yeah, that's good. Yeah, I came up with that all on my own. KO. Kaylee KO.
Yeah, I think I'd probably take inspiration from Fraser and the pipes and everything. I think I'd have to go something like Fergus, Braveheart, Mainland,
Yeah, oh,
something
that's
like
good.
that, you know.
I'd be the Lancashire Bomber.
Yes.
Lancashire Bomber, there you go.
Outstanding.
I've had time to think about that one all night. You know, I've been waiting for that question. I've been waiting for that question.
Do you know, there's a real habit of us Lancashire people making Lancashire their brand, so I don't
Exactly.
like
We're in the Lancastrian street as well. It's wonderful.
It's just the
It's meant to
imagery.
be.
It's meant to, yeah.
I'll have to put my name down for the next one, you know. I might have to get involved.
So I think we're starting to wrap up now, but is there anything you want to add about the fight? Anything you're excited for in the next couple of fights? Anyone to look out for? What should we be looking for?
Again, I was just looking at the weights and heights, and it looks like they're all evenly matched. It looks like that's not going to come in, and going off the fights that have happened before, weight and height haven't had much to do with it, which is very interesting. So I just can't wait to see what happens in the next couple of fights.
Yeah, I think I was having a chat with some of the commentators just before we kicked off, and I think the commentators are so excited for the last couple of fights. I think fight 13 and fight 14. I think they're both very fit, particularly fight 13. And I think Kevin, one of them, I think he drew his first ever fight, so he's very much out for revenge, out to get a victory, maybe even a knockout later on. I think fight 14, Omari, he was going to get involved before. His grandfather himself was a boxer, so it's there's something running in the family blood. So there's story, there's narrative in the fights later on tonight.
So,
What would your walkout song be? We may as well go on to that.
oh, we're back.
Oh, we're back.
We're back.
So we're going straight back down now to fight night. Get that. We'll be back again with more punditry later on. Thank you so much.
I could hear that.
Entering the ring now. Similar height to Pat Swallow, giving up a bit of height.
And we are back, ladies and gentlemen, on now with the next fight of the night. Guys, you can hear the energy from the crowd. The walkout music is turning everybody crazy. They're loving the music. They're loving the boxers. Let's see what happens on the 9th fight.
We resume fight night here at Newcastle with an exciting encounter between two heavyweights, and they start the first round now. Both exchanging body blows and trying to land a shot. Oh, he's reeling immediately! What a shot that was!
We have a count already into the evening.
An emphatic start to the fight, 9th fight tonight.
What a start to the
landed a
resumption
clean
of
right
fight
hand
night here.
That's one of the earliest count that we've had so far in any of these fights. I wonder if that's going to be a thing that continues. I mean, they're smothering each other.
And a very energetic start to the fight. Pat Swallow versus Connor Lamb Donna Birch. Let's hope he's not been having too many lamb donuts before the fight, ladies and gentlemen.
6'4" versus 5'11", 98 kilograms versus 90 kilograms. Both representing Newcastle University.
And the fight is over!
Wow!
First round, technical knockout. Andy saw Connor in the ring. He knew there was no fight left in it out of him. And the fight is over. Well done to the blue corner. Well done to Pat for the quickest finish of the night.
Wow, wow, wow. That is a rapid finish. Assertive, dominant performance there.
The first round stoppage of the night here on the resumption of fight night after our second interval. And wow, what a demonstration of explosive boxing that was.
Nobody in that red corner should feel dejected after that though. I know there's 6 to 8 weeks of effort that they put into training, but when you come up against an opponent, you just got to give it credit like that.
The weight advantage, the height advantage. Connor Birch left with no reply whatsoever, and the fight deservedly goes to Pat Swallow.
That is definitely a very close contender for fight of the night, ladies and gentlemen. So far, the quickest and the most emphatic finish. First round TKO. Let's hope poor lad Connor over there in the red corner is okay.
If not fight of the night, then certainly performance of the night so far. The most dominant performance.
Very dominant performance, Elliot. As you can see, ultimately it comes down to who's got the biggest heart and the biggest tenacity to take that win home.
I think he's still looking quite dazed after that. It's an unfortunately rapid decision, but totally deserved, totally deserved. Pat Swallow at 6'4", 98 kilograms, representing Newcastle University, takes that win.
A very, very deserved win from the blue corner. Pat, I've trained with him myself. He's been training very hard. He deserved this win tonight. He came here with the fitness, with the fire, the passion, and the tenacity to take the fight. Obviously, it's one of those things. Can only feel sorry for that, for the gentleman in the blue corner. He tried his best. He tried his best.
I mean, both these guys have a big corner behind them. I'm sure that support network is also there for when you lose. It's not a humiliating defeat. You shouldn't be embarrassed by that at all. It's just a stronger opponent.
Absolutely not. Even stepping into the ring is a massive achievement in and of itself. It's a hats off to both the fighters.
We're rapidly on to the next fight already. I mean, this has been fantastic so far. What an evening.
It's been a fantastic evening so far. The first round stoppage in the last fight. What a way to kick off the fight night again.
The 10th fight of this evening. In the blue corner, 5'8", 69 kilograms, representing Northumbria football team, Blake B-Money Forrester. In the red corner, the Belfast Bomber Larue, representing Belfast, funnily enough, starting at 5'11", 70 kilograms. Both these guys look extremely fit, extremely healthy. They look like they've prepared for this evening.
I think this is going to be a fantastic fight. Both of these gentlemen, Blake and Matt, have fought in Fight Night before. Both of them have wins under the belt. Both of them are also friends. So let's see what's going to happen tonight here at Fight Night Newcastle.
It's definitely going to be an interesting match. I wonder if that friendship will have any difference in this fight.
I do know both of them are promoters, so let's see. At the end of the day, it's all about competition, friendly competition, but it is competition. So let's see what's happening. You can hear the energy from the crowd. Blake has a lot of support in the crowd, so let's see if that demoralises his opponent Matt or not.
The boos are ringing out. I think they're slightly unjustified before the fight begins. Let's see how this one goes, because this is going to be a tasty one. The crowd are up for this. It's got to energise the guys in the ring as well.
Very intimidating walkout from Matt. Clearly he means business, walking out proud as ever with the Irish flag, and he's showing a little bit of showmanship as well. This is what we want to see, ladies and gentlemen. Walking around the ring like he owns it.
Matt Larue, the showmanship that's been missing so far this evening.
Walking around the ring with the confidence of someone who could walk out of here the winner tonight. He's got a braced right knee though, so could that play a factor in this fight, do you think?
Yeah, fuck you!
We can see the crowd is clearly here supporting one person over the other. Now let's see if that's going to impact the fight or not. And here we go with the first round.
It's noticeable that Matt has that knee brace on. I wonder if that will affect his mobility throughout this fight.
A scrap of the ages this, both of them very fit, very strong, clearly going at each other, guns blazing. What a fantastic sound. We don't see that very often, ladies and gentlemen. A double knockdown.
True knockdown of the evening. True knockdown for 2 years.
I can tell you now, Elliot, a double knockdown is very rare.
Come on, Blake! Come on! Go to the body! Go body! Blake! Yes! Go body!
Both of these men very, very durable, taking shots clean on the chin, and they're still fighting each other.
Come on, Blake! Come on, Blake! Come on! Blake! Blake!
Both managers to take heavy on offense and reply.
What are you talking about?
Does look like the blue corner might have thrown a low blow under the belt. Is an illegal shot in boxing. Now let's see if that's a real blow or if he's just buying some time. Look at my face, it looks like it was real.
Well, Blake sensed that Matt Larue is a wounded animal here, and he will seize upon the opportunity to really take it to him when the fight resumes. We'll see.
This is the moment.
And what a fantastic start to the first round of the 10th fight. Blake B-Money Forrester versus Matt, the Belfast Bomber Larue. A fantastic fight between two fantastic fighters, two fantastic friends. Let's see if their friendship is going to get in the way or not.
There's a slight bit of confusion about the end of the round here. I'm not quite sure what's going on. I think someone rang the bell prematurely.
Fight seems to have started a bit prematurely there. Oh, Blake seems to have taken a bit of a knee there. Both of them going at each other.
Yes! Good! Good! Knock him out!
This is a true dog fight. A slugfest.
Yes!
A true slugfest between two fighters that are willing to give it all here tonight.
Slugfest is the operative word to describe his fight. Both these men giving it their all, swinging wildly with the punches. Oh, that is a big one that connected with Blake. Larue delivering a vicious right hand that left Blake rocking against the rope.
Good jab there from Blake.
I think both these guys are still trying to find their distance, focusing more on dodging the landing punches at the moment.
Blake is definitely using his head movement very, very well, and so is Matt with a nice little roll counter there.
Wow, what a round. What a round. The energy see both these guys abroad, so it'll be very interesting to see if they can actually keep this in another 4 minutes time.
That felt an unbelievably quick round. All the action packed into that one. How would you see that one going on the judges' scorecards?
It's very difficult for the judges, I'd say, Kieran. As you can see, both fighters are clearly going at it. Though I will say that Matt taking the knee, showing that he's taking a low shot, may negatively impact him. Ultimately, it is up to the eye test, seeing who is looking like the one that's got the more aggression, controlling the ring, throwing more punches and landing more punches. Ultimately, it depends on this final round. Both of the fighters clearly still very fit. So let's see what happens here. An interesting turn of events, ladies and gentlemen. What was once emphatic roar for BK is now being stamped out by the crowd shouting for Matt. Let's see who's going to win in this battle of the ages here at Fight Night Newcastle.
Fight of the night so far.
Fantastic overhand right from Matt, the bomber.
Both these guys going for the knockout, and I think each of them deserve it.
Both of these men are very durable, very good footwork and very good balance. The ref has to stop the fight to make sure that Matt's mouth guard is in properly, giving him a very valuable time for rest. Let's see what they do with it.
I think Blake is really going in for the kill here. I think he smiles Blake, and so do the crowd. This is a gladiatorial battle. I think if Matt really wants a chance in this fight, he needs to take this round. He needs to reassert that dominance.
And a big right hook from Matt, the Belfast bomber.
Yes! Matt struggling with fatigue. He's wild punches, and that takes
Larue trying to get control of this round after the early BK dominance in it. And Kai sees an opportunity and find an opening to seize control of this round.
What a fantastic fight so far. I don't want it to end. I want 5 more rounds of this. Oh, fantastic shot from Matt. Pushing Blake towards the ropes. No! Both of these guys, it's wild swinging, not many of them landing.
They're both just fighting on pure tenacity and heart right now. Both of them very tired. They're fighting just on willpower alone.
Their tanks are running on empty. These fumes are getting them through the last seconds of this fight. Fantastic.
Swarming towards to the head from Matt Larue. BK staggering.
And that is the bell. What a fight. Applause coming out of the commentary box. Applause coming out from around the arena around us. What a scrap that was.
What an absolute contest between these two fighters. Both of them came here incredibly determined. Both of them with wins under the belt. Their confidence, their energy. One of these lads is going to be taking the win home, but props to them both for delivering a fantastic fight for the viewers at home and here at Fight Night Newcastle.
What an evening this has been. The fact that we still have 4 fights to come after this. I want this fight to continue for the next 2 hours.
Definitely a contender, Elliot, for fight of the night. Let's see what happens when it goes to the judges' scorecard.
We're entering the 3rd and final round here tonight. Applause rang out even from our announcer's desk upon the conclusion of the last round, because this has been such an enjoyable fight to watch. 2 entertainers really giving it their all for this crowd here tonight at Newcastle Fight Night.
Another round to come. I think the confusion with the
There may have been a bit of confusion before it seemed that the last round was in fact the second round, meaning there is a 3rd round in the fight. And again, delivering the fantastic action. Both of them throwing big bombs left and right.
It's quite hard to keep up with the coaching here.
And a fantastic shot from Matt the Bomber, straight, stunning Blake on the chin.
Both these guys know they have to take this round. It has to be theirs. Take the center of the ring, dominate, use their even strength, their even size. Who wants to win this one the most?
You can see that they've definitely gassed themselves out. Both of them are very low on energy at the minute. They're fighting purely on willpower alone.
It's the most fatigued round we've seen so far, not because these guys don't have the energy, because they've
fantastic shot.
So much already.
And another good shot from the Belfast Bomber.
Matt Larue delivering clubbing blows, but is he only going on instinct? Has he got it in the tank to claim the victory tonight?
And a big right hook from the Belfast Bomber onto the blue corner, Blake. But he's a very durable boy. Let's see if he can last.
Hey, PK, body! Go to the body!
Blake clearly fighting on heart. He's a lion backed up in the corner. He's continuing to fight. He's not willing to give up. What a fighter. What a fight. What a night.
Both these fighters showing the desire of champions in the ring to claim a victory here tonight as Matt Larue delivers some vicious headshots. Again,
the referee is starting to take a very close look at the fight now to see if the stoppage is necessary. Both of them are fighting on fumes.
The stumbling of this is not puzzling up to the head, it's the tiredness of these guys. Weeks and weeks of work they have put into this moment. Neither of them want to let it go past them.
Go to the fucking body!
That's it. Lovely to see both fighters embracing at the end of the third and final round.
A big round of applause from the crowd, and it's very deserved. What a fantastic fight. Potentially fight of the night. Both of these men gave it their all.
Fantastic. That sums up what Fight Night 2021 should be about. Unbelievable.
Unbelievable, Elliot. Both of these men came here to take the win home. Let's see what happens when the judges take the scorecard.
It'll be so interesting to see the reaction as well. What will happen on the judges' scorecard? We've said it time and time again this evening. I would not want to be a judge tonight. Absolutely. Looking back on previous years, there's been clear winners, clear losers. The quality of this evening, it's surprised, it's stunned all of us.
Honestly, Elliot, I think this could potentially take home fight of the night. These two lads have given it their all. They deserve it. Now, let's see what happens when it goes to the judges' scorecard. And Matt, the Belfast Bomber, takes the win home.
The win goes to Matt.
The announcer's desk just got flooded in
the red corner's corner are emphatic in the ring.
Draped in the flag of his native island. I'd say both of these guys are winners in this one. I would love to have a look at the scorecard at the end of the night and see just how
both guys giving an incredible account of themselves. The scorecard will be very close, I imagine. Both guys should be proud of their performance in that ring tonight.
And I'll tell you what, one thing I can look forward to, I would love to see a rematch between these guys at a future fight night.
Absolutely, absolutely. Both of them will definitely be thinking now, you know what, lad, I want a rematch. I want to fight you again. You're my friend, but I want to fight you again. But hats off to both the fighters. Both of them came here willing to give it all in front of the crowd, and they delivered an absolutely amazing fight and a spectacle for the night.
What an evening, what an occasion, and what a fight. It was so good, you feel like it should be finishing on that. We are so blessed that we've got 4 more fights coming after this. And in no way should Blake feel dejected or downtrodden or beaten in any way. He is not a beaten man.
Absolutely not. He's a winner in the eyes of the crowd and in the eyes of the ringside team here. He fought his all. He never stopped. He never stopped punching. He planted his feet, taking punches right on the chin, and he's kept going. That is the heart of a fighter.
Was that the last fight?
3 more. There are 800 people here tonight. Only 28 of them are stepping in the ring with each other. It just proves your point. If you step in this ring, you have already won this evening.
Fight of the night.
What a fight.
of the night.
We just had the referee coming over to us.
The referee has clearly agreed with our sentiment that that might very well be the fight of the night. I think those lads deserve to take those trophies home tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Getting ready to announce the next fight. Personal stake in this one. A friend of mine, Ryan Spence, is fighting against Zach Morton. Ryan Spence versus Zach post-mortem. Ryan coming in at 6 foot 76 kilograms from Newcastle University. Zach post-mortem coming in at 5 foot 10, 77 kilograms, representing the sports team of Armstrong RFC, also Newcastle University. This is going to be a good one.
A very emphatic and massive reaction from the crowd here. You can see the fighter here clearly has a lot of support. Let's see how well that's going to do for him as we get into the rounds of the fight.
Look at Ryan's ring walk already. He looks extremely confident. I feel like he's only got one guy in his corner, someone that he trusts.
Most definitely. He's looking confident, and that's exactly what you want to see here. Confidence is key.
Ryan coming through as a guy that has already experienced and had a win at fight night already. Hopefully that confidence can shine through now and he can learn from any mistakes he did make last time.
100%. Let's hope he's not too cocky with his win and he continues to fight till the end. Let's see what happens here, ladies and gentlemen.
He's looking leaner, he's looking fitter. It's just down to the opponent. How well does he know him? And more importantly, how well does he know himself?
Absolutely, Elliot. Now we can see the other opponent taking his stride into the ring in the red corner. Zach post-mortem, creative name. Let's see what happens. Let's see if he's able to deliver the post-mortem to his opponent in the blue corner.
Obviously here at Newcastle Student Radio, staying as unbiased as ever. It will be extremely interesting to see how this one turns out.
It'll be extremely
distance.
how the fighting styles match up because of similar weight categories. It'll be very interesting to see and hopefully another close fight like we've seen throughout the night.
Just 2 inches and 1 kilogram difference between these guys. Physically, aesthetically, they look extremely similar.
Yes, the height difference and the weight difference are definitely going to make an impact, but as they're very similar, let's see what happens here tonight with the fight. Both of these men are looking very confident, very big and strong. Let's see how the boxing ability plays out.
Ryan Spence in the blue corner with the black shoes, blue gloves. Zach with the white and flowery shorts.
Zach in the red corner is definitely bringing up the action. He's putting up the pressure on his opponent in the blue corner.
Ryan eating those punches.
And a fantastic cut roll and a counter right hook.
Ryan needs to keep his guard up. The guard is the key. We've seen that throughout all of these fights. As soon as people start breaking the guard, the judges' scorecards are only going in one person's favour.
That's a good jab there and a good left hook from the blue corner. But Ryan comes back.
Zach really is working Ryan's body here. The referee splitting them apart.
And a good left hook there from the blue corner.
Extremely even so
Zach
far.
is
I've got to say,
definitely-
Zach is landing a lot more of his punches to the face so far.
So far, Zach's definitely landing the more cleaner, the more quality punches to the chin of Ryan. Let's see if he's able to handle them. And a good combination. 4 or 5 punch straight.
I think Ryan's technique in
Unanswered.
terms of trying to stop the punches by
Good body shot from the blue corner and another one.
A body shot that got
And a good hook.
Keep his guard up, eat them and counter. Both of these guys coming in as orthodox boxers.
Both of these guys are clearly staying at range, but Zach is definitely trying to negate the opponent's height advantage and trying to get in on the inside. But Ryan is absolutely lethal with his left hook. Zach's thrown a couple of rabbit punches to the back of the head, which are illegal punches. You cannot throw them in boxing. The referee has clearly given him a warning.
And that's the end of the first round. I've got to say, I think Zach may take that first round. I think Ryan's guard has let him down slightly when he's been attacked, when he's been pressured. Zach on the offensive. He's not keeping his guard up to block those punches to look like they're away from his face. He's trying to counter them with his own hands. I'm not sure. I don't think that's going to score one of the judges' scorecards. We watch these boxers, the rundown being given to them by the referee before any of the fights. If any of these punches are breaking through that guard, that will score you points. If you're not punching gloves, it gets you nothing. Ryan needs to keep his gloves up to make sure he's only hitting his hands.
Yeah, you feel like Zach definitely perhaps had more control of that round, despite giving up a couple of inches in height. He's trying to find the body shots, trying to find that clinical headshot. Ryan from the blue corner, perhaps a little backing into the opponent, not wanting to engage because he realises he's on the defensive. But we'll see how the fight progresses, whether Zach can capitalise on that.
And here we go, ladies and gentlemen, with round 2.
We'll see if Ryan can really assert a dominance in this round. I feel like he needs to put his feet forward, take the centre of the ring. He really needs this round.
Both of them clearly have a bit of footwork. They're visibly tired now, so they're pacing each other out, not trying to overexert themselves. Ryan coming in with the right hand, and Zach comes back with the counters, coming with the left and a right hook.
Ryan working the body.
Good slip there. Ryan is lethal with that left hook.
Because Ryan's left hand is really the one that's doing damage. I feel like when he's in these moments, tucked in the corner on the ropes, he needs to keep his hands up.
Good jab there from the red corner.
Zach keeping him arm's length with a succession of jabs.
And a good right hand over the top too. Make it double. And a good jab there from the blue corner.
That left of Ryan is proving to be a bit of the thorn in the side of Zach, but he replied with some good shots of his own with the right.
You can see that Zach has clearly, felt the power of his opponent, and he's been a lot more cautious now, but the same applies for Ryan, as Zach is definitely putting the pressure on the inside. So Ryan is trying to stay on the outside, peppering his opponent with the jab. But that can only work for so long, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see what happens.
It's interesting to see whether the technique, the cardio that these guys have been putting in for the last 6 to 8 weeks is going to start showing. I feel like these guys, they haven't lost energy that they had in the first round quite yet. We have another whole 2 minutes after this round.
A good right hand from Zach there.
I feel like this is possibly the first fight so far where it's the defensive work that is becoming the most important rather than the offensive.
Definitely. The defense is very important.
Both these guys are landing, and both these guys just need to keep their hands up.
Well, this is a round where momentum can swing, and that swing could take you into the third with renewed optimism.
He's back on the ropes now, and that is the end of an unbelievable second round. Close the call.
What a fight, what a night, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see what happens in the next round.
To see what the corners of these guys say. If Zach's corner basically just need to tell him, stay on the offensive, keep the pressure up. Ryan's corner to say, when you're under pressure, keep your hands up and counter. It doesn't matter if he hits your glove. You can hit your glove 100 million times. He's not going to score a point for that. As soon as you're trying to counter, keeping your options open too much.
Absolutely. You can see that as we're progressing through the fights, this is a trend. By the third round, both of the fighters will be visibly gassed, visibly start to tire. The punches lose power, their head movement gets slower, the feet get slower, and they will have to start fighting on heart and tenacity and willpower alone. Now, in the championship round, the final round, let's see what happens.
You can see the fighters clearly fatigued, and that left of Ryan could prove pivotal in deciding the outcome of this matchup. We'll see as the third round is underway.
Ryan needs to take this round, and he needs to trust his left hand. He's got more than enough power in that left hand.
Good right hand counter.
Work that he needs to put into action.
Both of them are trying to pace each other out now, figure each other out, and a good right hand. Oh, 2 right hands over the top from the red corner, Zach.
Fantastic combination by Zach.
Zach Steiner goes to the body now, peppering with the jab there at below the belt.
I feel like both of these guys are just testing each other out to find their range again. On the ropes, the referee splits them up. And the back underway. This is a very, very tense atmosphere tonight. I feel like everyone here knows that this fight isn't won by either of them. And we've seen before, it only takes one fight. We've seen a knockdown, we've seen a draw already tonight. 2 unprecedented things that we don't normally see at fight night. feel like this is another fight that could bring up some surprises. I don't know about you, Rahul.
It's going to be very difficult for the judges' scorecards. It's a very even fight. Hard to tell a clear winner. Both of them are landing clean shots on each other. Though I will have to say that the red corner, Zach, does seem to be winning this round, off only so slightly. Let's see what happens. We've still got a few more seconds left, and anything can go in boxing.
Fatigue is taking a toll on right now. However, he is still landing that jab. He just needs to trust his left hand. He's eating punches from Zacky moment. He just needs to trust that left hand. It's doing the work. With those jabs like it's throwing Zach's head back. Oh, that's
a fantastic left hook.
Working the body.
Ryan's left hook is lethal. I would not want to be on the receiving end of that.
That's a great combination by Zach. It's still a great combination by Zach.
And Zach landing a 5-6 punch combination unanswered from the blue corner.
The bell rings and the fight concludes.
Another fantastic fight. You say another fantastic fight, not a single fight tonight has let us down.
Absolutely not. The training is clearly coming through. All these fighters have come here to give it their all, and they've absolutely not failed in delivering that. Now let's see what happens when it goes to the judges' scorecard.
I think you saw a little wry smile from Zach at the end. He realised he had his opponent groggy. He realised that perhaps he capitalised on his weakness. Ryan a bit over-reliant on his left hook, and I think Ryan is going to be the victor here tonight.
I think this is another situation that if there was a rematch on this, Ryan should re-watch it. You see, he needs to trust himself a little bit more. We're just awaiting the announcement.
A lot of applause in the ring for the red corner.
It can only be one winner. And the winner tonight
as expected, the red corner definitely picked up the action as it came on through the fight. He had the fitness, he was landing the more clean shots. Hats off to both the fighters, but the red corner has come victorious today. Very well deserved. Very well deserved.
A guy that has already tasted victory at fight night, now he's tasted defeat. He's got a good ratio already. I mean, what experience that will be for him. What an opportunity for a learning curve going into whatever fight night he wants to take on next.
Absolutely.
From this fight than he did from the first one.
Absolutely, and as the saying goes, you learn so much more from a loss than you do from a win. Hopefully Ryan takes this on the chin. He knows what he's going to probably re-watch the fight multiple times. He's going to look at what he's done wrong, and hopefully we'll be seeing him in the ring again soon.
Ryan displaying some good qualities in that ring, but not enough to overcome Zach, who showed how good of a boxer he was tonight.
To the girls, Amy, the babyface assassin versus Smasher. One word, Smasher. Amy coming in at 5'1", 50 kilograms. Smasher coming in at 5'4", 56 kilograms. Cheerleading president, Arnold Duncan. We'll see if that has classicism has anything to do with tonight.
Absolutely, I'm really looking forward to this fight. This is the second and final girl fight of the night. Let's see if they can build up to the action of the previous girl fight, which was an emphatic and amazing fight. Let's see what happens here, ladies and gentlemen, at Fight Night Newcastle.
The first fight between the girls that we saw earlier this evening is still down for possibly fight of the night.
Absolutely.
It's also important to mention this is the first fight between an all-girls scrap that we've seen with neither of them with one head guard. This is the first fight night and no head guards have gone by either of the ladies involved.
Give it up to the ladies and gentlemen. Give it up to them. We can see here that there is quite a weight difference between the two opponents, up to about 6 kilograms of weight and 3 inches. Now, as you know, Elliot, that weight and height difference is definitely going to make a difference. But as you mentioned before, it hasn't made that much of a difference throughout the fight. So let's see what happens tonight.
You can only tell that weight and height difference only matters when they really use that to their advantage in terms of pressuring their opponent against the ropes. They've got to have the front foot, take the centre of the ring, to really take advantage of that height and weight. We'll see what happens. Like Tyson once said, everyone's a gangster until you're punched in the nose.
Absolutely.
Like that's been the message tonight.
Absolutely. Smasher is definitely going to take home for the most illustrious ring walk of the night. Being the captain of the cheerleading society, I know from a unit she's got her entire posse in there, waving the pom-poms around. What a fantastic entrance. Let's see if she's able to match it up in the fight.
Smasher coming to the ring, adorning the Yorkshire flag, representing the good people of that county, me being one of them. So let's see if she can deliver a performance tonight.
I'm sure you can probably hear the cries of Yorkshire, Yorkshire, Yorkshire coming behind me. It's hard to stay as a neutral as a commentator when it's playing on your heartstrings like that.
Absolutely, absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure you can hear the crowd going wild. And what a fantastic start to the fight. Both of the girls going straight at each other.
Both these girls going absolutely hammer and fist at one another.
Unbelievable.
And the red corner seems to be taking the lead here.
Oh!
I'm not sure if that's going to go down as a knockdown.
I don't think that's going to be.
I think it'll go down as a trip.
I don't think that's going to be classed as a lockdown, Elliot. That is going to be classed as a trip.
It's a stumble.
That will not be taken into account by the judges.
Smasher delivering the offense, but suddenly buckle their legs.
Both of them definitely have the offense, but where is the defense?
Just a reaffirm Smasher in the red gloves. Amy the babyface assassin in the blue. Amy just having her gloves readjusted.
A phenomenal fight here, ladies and gentlemen.
What a fantastic fight when neither of these guys care about their own well-being.
You can hear the crowd going wild, shouting Sasha, the smasher, in the red corner. Let's see what happens here tonight. Will that demoralize the blue corner? Let's see what happens here at Fight Night Newcastle.
Smasher is backing her against the rope.
Great combination there by Sasha, the smasher. Amy's struggling now, she's turning around to try to defend herself.
The referee breaks it up as Amy is very groggy after Sasha delivered them shots to her.
Both of these girls are going right at each other's throats, swinging left hooks and right hooks all over the corner.
The atmosphere in here is so electric now, even having to turn the microphones up for all of us here sat in the commentary box.
And what a fantastic first round to the fight. First round, 2 more rounds left. Let's see what these girls got left in them.
Sasha drawing a little blood from Amy, so will that play a decisive factor in deciding the outcome of this matchup? We will see.
Yet another round where the ladies are really showing up the boys tonight. Fantastic fight.
Absolutely amazing, Elliot. I am so impressed by the quality of the fighters. Everybody has come here with a lot of training, a lot of prep, a lot of cardio, fitness, and determination, most importantly. One of these girls is taking the win tonight. Let's see who wants it more.
I'm just noticing directly across from me the paramedics that are stationed to deal with any blood or any issues of unconsciousness. The paramedics are shaking their heads, looking at the condition of both these girls already. It's quite funny to watch. Neither of them care. Both of them want the win. And that's all that matters right now.
The referee giving the red corner a little bit of a ticking off for not being prepared. Will that affect Sasha on her road, perhaps to victory in this next round? We will see.
We can see that the crowd is definitely in favour of Sasha the Smasher. Let's see if it demoralises the blue corner, Amy the babyface assassin. Both of them again going straight at each other, throwing shots left and right. Let's see who wants it more.
Dominance on this round so far, landing the majority of the punches that she's throwing. If Amy wins this round, she needs to take the centre ring that she's got right now, eat those punches, maybe work the body a little bit to open up that headspace. At the moment, Sasha's dodging ability is so good, and none of these are landing to her face. Amy's spinning, but she's off balance. She's working the body. I really think that could be the key for her in this round.
And we have a bit of a turn of the tide here. Now the crowd is shouting for the babyface assassin.
Great punch from Amy. That really connected on the cheekbone and threw Sasha's head back right in front of us. Fantastic punch by Amy. Both fighters being roared on here. The atmosphere electric as this fight is reaching fever pitch. And it resumes with Sasha trying to seize advantage here.
We can see here now that as again the fighters are starting to tire. Let's see what they got left in the tank.
Second round, isn't it? Only the second round, just taking on headphones. Sasha with left. And the noise is deafening. The amount of support that these two girls. Oh, that rocked Amy. Amy had to put the brakes on. In the blue glove. I feel like she's taking the upper hand in the second part of this round. The bell, maybe Sasha's friend right now.
The babyface assassin is clearly her namesake. She is not going to go down without a fight.
There is a bell. Wow. What an atmosphere. I know you guys don't have your headphones on. I've got it for the sound. Just taking my headphones off now. And it's shocking.
The atmosphere is absolutely emphatic, fiery. The people here want to see blood and they're going to get it. What a fight, what a night. Two gladiators getting in the ring, giving it their all. We've got one more round, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see what happens.
Both fighters absolutely slogging their way through this encounter. You'd say that Sasha has the upper hand in this. Amy trying to hang on, trying to stay competitive in the fight. Will Sasha have the edge to put her away in this next round, do you think?
I think this is going to be a very interesting fight. Let's see what happens now. The third round, the crowd going crazy on both sides, shouting the babyface assassin and Sasha the Smasher. Let's see what happens in the final round.
And we are underway in the final round. Sasha really coming out, all guns blazing. What a scrap we have in front of us. What a privilege it is to witness this so close.
What a fantastic fight. What a fantastic fight, Elliot. You're absolutely right. Sitting here being able to witness the action this close is definitely a pleasure. Both of these girls are giving it their all. They're here to fight. One of them is going to take the win home tonight. Let's see what happens.
Amy with some rights to the head of Sasha, trying to turn the tide of this fight so far. She's successfully doing that in this third round.
And a good job from the babyface assassin, putting the head back. We can see that the punches are starting to slow. The movement is starting to slow. Both of these girls are fighting on willpower. They're fighting on tenacity. They're fighting on the energy from the crowd. Let's see who's going to take it home tonight.
We're probably halfway through this round now, and what a fight we've had. So I don't want it to end.
Both fighters perhaps sensing victory's possible for them tonight. You've seen their eyes, they want so badly to win this. They're giving it their all. Who can emerge victorious tonight? Just seconds left in this fight so far. Both of these goals going absolutely hammer and fist at each other.
10 more seconds left in the round. Let's see what happens here. Never mind, the round is over. What a fantastic fight. Definitely deflated near the end, but still a great fight, ladies and gentlemen.
Personally, I would have given that to Sasha after the first 2 rounds, but Amy, the babyface assassin, showing why she can lull people into a false sense of security, coming back in that 3rd round with some vicious headshots.
Absolutely.
That she can deliver a good fight tonight.
The babyface assassin was clearly her namesake. She was clearly...
Real treat it is to be this close to this much action all night. This is only the 12th fight. We've got 2 more before we conclude our evening. This is
Two more
the most
fights.
impressive fight night there's ever been.
2 more fights, but I feel like this could go on forever. What an absolute spectacle there has been tonight. So many fights, so much action, so much blood, and we've got 2 more fights here. And the 2 fights after this are between fighters that are experienced, saving the best for last. Now let's see what happens between Sasha the Smasher and Amy the Babyface Assassin as it goes to the judges' scorecards.
You can hear the overwhelming support for both of these girls. The judges' scores are in. The cards have been completed.
The results in 2 tremendous competitors giving it their all for this crowd.
The fight is a draw. The first fight of the evening, an unprecedented draw. The 12th fight of the evening, another draw. Something that we've never seen at Fight Night Newcastle. What a privilege it is to see such an even match. 2 people, neither of them deserve to lose.
Absolutely, absolutely. Both the girls were definitely putting up a very, very strong show of heart, a strong show of boxing ability and fight. They both deserve what the result now. They're probably thinking, did I win, did I lose? But I think they both made that friendship through the training and the amount of intimacy they've got to with each other now by sharing that ring with each other. They're going to be friends for life. As you can see here, they're both hugging each other, looking after each other. That's the kind of respect we want to see at Fight Night Newcastle.
The draw speaks in testament of the 2 competitors, showing how even that fight was and how closely matched they were. It was just a brilliant fight all round.
The only negative part of this evening is the fact that it has to end at some point.
I think the referee's just come over to us and said that very well could be the fight of the night as well. You have to give those 2 girls credit, both of them coming in with a huge spectator crowd support, both of them coming to give it their all. Let's see what happens.
I think it's worth pointing out now, in our 13th fight coming up very, very soon, George Armstrong versus Kevin Bookshot Kelly. In our notes given to us by the coaches and the referees, they have put down fight of the night prediction.
Absolutely.
This will be extremely excited to see how this one pans out.
I've trained and I've sparred with both George and both Kevin. They're very hard, they're very strong, and they're very fit. Let's see who takes it home tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
If you're here tonight, get your phones out. If you're at home, press record. It's so interesting as well to note from a radio background how important music is. I wonder what ring walks these guys are going to put out. The confidence it's got to bring you, the way it gets the crowd up. We've seen it with professional fighters. Tyson Fury favours Sweet Caroline to get the crowd on his side. What an evening.
You walk into that ring off the back of a positive win, exuding that charisma that you need in a boxing ring. Let's see how these fighters come out to.
Here we go.
Here we have George coming into the ring, confident as ever. He's taking the ring, he's moving around, throwing a bit of shadow boxing. He owns that ring. He's taking that ring for himself. Throwing a bit of slick shadow boxing and a bit of slick movement. Let's hope he can do that in the fight against Kevin Buckshot Kelly.
George in the red shoes, grey shorts, hailing from the blue corner, coming in at 5'11", 75 kilograms. In the red corner, about to make his entrance, Kevin Buckshot Kelly, standing at 5'10", weighing 67 kilograms, representing Northumbria University. This has got a feeling of a special bout.
This has all the feelings of a close encounter. You saw George Armstrong coming to the ring, domineering presence, taking over the ring by the looks of it. Shall we see how he matches up against Kevin Buckshot Kelly?
Both of these guys with previous fight night experience as well. The atmosphere, the pressure is not going to faze them. Kevin coming in with some beautiful white gloves, white shorts, white shoes.
I think this is going to be a fantastic fight to watch. I've trained with Kevin multiple times, and although his opponent in the blue corner, George, does have quite a weight advantage on him, about 8 kilos, Kevin is very strong for his size. He knows how to punch, he knows how to box. Let's see what happens here in the 13th fight.
This is Newcastle Student Radio coming live from Fight Night 2021. What an evening we've got so far. Let's just hope this fight lives up to all the expectation we've got. Both these guys look extremely fit, extremely healthy. Worked on their upper body over the last 6 to 8 weeks.
Both of the fighters are checking each other out. Kevin throwing a big overhand there, but George coming in. Oh! What a fantastic right hook knockout! What a fantastic fight! What a fight! What a leg! The mouth guard is out! George has been knocked out!
Dubs, the fight of the evening. We have witnessed a knockout here at Newcastle Fight Night. Unbelievable scenes.
Ladies and gentlemen, press replay right now.
My goodness! What a punch! If you blinked, you will have missed it. What a punch!
As the saying goes, one punch can change it all. Don't blink.
The worst punches that get you like that are the ones you don't see coming. George is struggling to get to his feet. He'll be fine. He'll be fine. He'll watch back what happens. But
what an unexpected decision. What an unexpected happening here. And the 13th fight between George Armstrong and Kevin Brookshot Kelly. Kevin, as I said, trained before despite the weight advantage. He's clearly got the power to end the fight.
The first true knockout Newcastle Fight Night has ever seen. TKOs happen once in a lifetime. A true knockout like that, unbelievable. His mouth guard came flying towards us in the commentary desk. Unbelievable. I've got a feel for George. He's clearly spent so long planning this fight. It was queued up to be such an equal, even match. But the power in that shot, no one here can face that.
I think I blinked there, to be honest. I'm saying don't blink, but I blinked myself because the shot was so fast I couldn't even see it. I'm going to have to watch what you guys are watching live. I'm going to have to rewatch it on YouTube to be able to catch that shot, because that shot is the shot of the night, absolutely.
Dub fight of the night. It certainly didn't disappoint with that quick knockout. You've got to feel for George Armstrong for the training he's put in to end that fight so suddenly, but you've got to give credit to Kevin Brookshot Kelly with that devastating knockout to get the crowd off the feet here at Newcastle Fight Night.
If not the fight of the night, the performance of the night, the punch of the night. Unbelievable scenes. Anyone that's not here, that's watching it at home, I really wish you were here. I heard that through headphones. You hear the crack. You see the yellow mouth guard flying towards us. Unbelievable scenes.
I could hardly believe what I've witnessed. It happened so suddenly. I just see him lying on the canvas and the mouth guard spewing across the ring. Unbelievable scenes here.
It's great to see that George is okay. They're coming to embrace in the centre of the ring. George is fine. That's the most important part of this. But what a fight. A true winner.
Fantastic display from Kevin Brookshot Kelly. Clearly he's been working on that power and he deserves it tonight. What a fantastic win and the best knockout of the fight.
An unbelievable one-punch knockout. I can't wait to rewatch that one back quite a few times on YouTube.
We'll have to watch that a few times to catch it. We might even have to put it on half speed just to catch the speed of that shot.
What an evening. So quickly done with the penultimate fight this evening. We are now down to the last fight of Fight Night Newcastle 2021. Here at the Lancastrian Rooms. And I've got to tell you that this last fight is a true heavyweight bout. Ferrari Omari, the one-man army, versus Papa John's. Omari coming in at 6'1", 110 kilograms. Papa John's at 5'9", but 112 kilograms. A true heavyweight bout.
The ring better have been reinforced for these two heavyweights coming up. This is going to be a true clash of the titans in the next bout. Well, what an amazing bout with this.
The next fight is definitely going to be the heaviest fight. Let's see what happens, ladies and gentlemen. The last fight of the night, 14th fight.
The crowd just congratulated Kevin on that incredible punch. I don't think anyone that has been coming to these fights for years and years has seen something quite like that. Unexpected, put down by the coaches and referees as the fight of the night. Over far too quickly. I would have loved to have seen a true battle between those guys, but you can't ever put down a punch like that.
Absolutely not. Absolutely. Now we are here to the end of the night, the 14th fight of Fight Night Newcastle.
Before the ring wars begin, we just want to thank you guys for tuning in. Newcastle Student Radio, Newcastle University TV, bringing you the audio and visuals for this evening. What an unbelievable evening it's been. What a pleasure to be here this close. The 14th and final night of this evening. In the blue corner, Ferrari, Ammar, the one-man army. A mixture of boos and cheers ringing out across the arena at the moment. It's unbelievable to know that the entire crowd has stayed until the end of these fights. Everyone wants to be here for this one.
Now Murray's walking into the ring very slowly, very confidently. He's not bothered about the crowd, he's there to fight. He's walking into the ring, he's taking control of the ring. He's here to put on a good show. Murray, the one-man army.
Whether is it nerves on his face or is it just pure concentration blocking out the sound around him?
Absolutely. This is definitely the heaviest fight of the night. A true clash of the titans, clash of giants. Let's see what happens here in the final fight of the night.
Both these guys carry much more weight than anyone we've seen before, which goes to show how much cardio these guys are putting to be able to get here so confident against each other. Because you know both they're going to pack a punch.
Yeah, the sheer weight and size of these men is going to mean when they land a punch, it could be devastating to the other. Let's see how they go in this fight.
Excellent walkout song, a bit of Biggie Smalls. Everybody loves a bit of Biggie Smalls. Papa John's making his walk to the ring now. He's coming in, he's clearly got a bit of energy. He's playing to the crowd, he knows how to play the crowd. Clearly a showboater. Papa John's, the big papa. Let's see how he fights.
Showboating and instigating to the crowd before his big fight. Papa John's putting on an exhibition for this crowd. Let's see if they get behind him as he fights Ferrari Ammar, the one-man army.
Still trying to go over that knockout we saw before. I'm really hoping this one can go the distance. We want a war of attrition. The highlight of the show tonight, two of the heavyweights.
I think it's definitely going to be a little bit hard to remain biased, I'll be honest. Ammar is a good friend of mine. I'm going to wish him the best of luck. And he's coming in with a good jab right there. Ammar, his grandfather was a boxer back in the day. He's very technical, very skilled. He knows how to move. Let's see if he can put it on his opponent, Papa John's, in the blue corner, in the red corner, sorry.
Both these guys leading with their jabs. The jab is a much important punch to throw for guys that are carrying a lot more weight.
Papa John in the red corner is coming in with the big shots and the overhand right, but Ammar is fighting back, coming in with a left hook and an uppercut to the body.
Ammar looks dazed, staying in this fight on pure instinct.
Referee breaking up the clinch there.
We can hear the crowd going wild here for the red corner. Ammar having his own group of supporters as well. Let's see who's going to win this one. It's very even so far. Ammar peppering him with the jab. Let's see what happens.
The referee separates them both as they go back to work on each other, looking for those body shots that could provide them with an edge in this encounter.
The referee telling both of those fighters to stop complaining at that point. It's quite interesting to see. It's because blood is coming down from Papa John's
red
face.
corner. Jono in the red corner. Papa John has sustained a injury to the nose. His blood is gushing from the nose, but he's coming back fighting. He's throwing big shots. Ammar is also fighting back, holding on, blocking the shots. Ammar is doing well with his defense, catching the shots on his gloves.
I don't know about you, but I'm sat here punching with these guys. You just want to be involved.
Blood from Papa John's almost invigorating him in this fight to take it to his
You
opponent.
can see both of these lads have clearly trained very hard. They're clearly going at each other.
Both of these boys clearly have a very, very defined game plan, don't they? They're training with the same trainers, the same coaches, and the same gyms.
You see that the referee is checking on Jono in the red corner, making sure that his injury, that his nose is okay.
You've really just got to hope that bloodied nose doesn't mean the fight stops early, because this is a battle. The referee, you've just got to beg that he'll be lenient. The final fight of the night. Do not let a little bit of blood stop this unbelievable first round.
What a fantastic first round, Elliot. What a fantastic first round. Let's see what happens with these two fights. Very, very even so far. But as I mentioned before, clearly the opponent with the bloody nose, it is very demoralizing, and it gives Omari in the blue corner a bonus, thinking, right, if my opponent is bleeding, then he's hurting, and I can hurt him even more. His predatory instinct is going to start kicking in. Let's see what happens in the next 2 rounds.
It's a big psychological advantage, isn't it, when you see your opponent visibly wounded like that in front of you.
You'll see, with the blood streaming from Papa John's, it'll drain him, and you'll see that as we go through this fight, that effect it will have as he wins and deteriorates, and can Ferrari Omari take advantage of it.
It's nice to see both these guys' corners really looking after them.
We can see the crowd are clearly enjoying the music after 3-4 hours here at Fight Night Newcastle. Everyone's had a few drinks down them for the final fight of the night, highlight fight. Let's see what happens, and here we are with the second round.
Nice show of respect before the second round from both fighters in the centre of the ring. We'll see who needs to dominate that centre though, as they both go for it right in front of us in this neutral corner. From ringside you can really see and hear these punches connecting.
Jono in the red corner is putting up the pressure, but Ammar is doing well to hold on. He's peppering him with the jab as well.
The referee may be playing an important role in this fight. Just keep it going. No one here wants it to end. I don't want it to end after 3 rounds. I want it to end after 30.
Ammar is doing well to grapple. As soon as you grapple an opponent that likes to get on the inside, you're taking away all their offense.
Big swing and a miss by Jono. It's got to sap a lot of energy. But it shows Amari the sort of danger that he could be in if he finds himself on the end of that. We saw previously in the last fight the power of a one-punch knockout. Neither one of these guys want to be the second one to receive a one-punch knockout.
Both fighters, you can see, quite clearly already fatigued as they lock up in the centre of the ring. But now, it will be Papa John's going back. Ferrari Omari delivering blows on the ropes to Papa John's. But he comes out swinging from the resumption of the tie. But Papa John's connects with vicious shots to the head.
Both of the fighters now in a vicious battle on the inside, fighting for territory, fighting for control.
I'm just hoping that this third round coming up will be queued up. Both these guys find their range, find their distance, and just go hammer and tongues at each other.
I think Omari has done very, very well here. He's holding on. We can see that Jono in the red corner is starting to visibly tire, but Omari still has a lot left in his tank. Let's see what happens here.
You can see Jono working Amari's body there. A fantastic dodge by Amari there.
And a fantastic slip and an uppercut. What a great shot.
End that round.
What a great shot.
Fantastic.
A pivot and a left uppercut, just like Tyson used to do, straight on the forehead of Jono in the red corner. What a fantastic shot from Omari. That is boxing excellence right there.
This corner needs to be doing the right thing there, cooling both of these boys down. It's hot under these lights even where we're sat, let alone trying to punch and stop being punched.
You can just take a look at the red corner, a lot of blood visibly coming from his nose, all over his face, also on the cloth that his corner is using to deal with the blood. Let's see what happens in the next round. Amari's not looking phased. Both of the fighters still have a lot of fight left in them. Let's see what happens here at Fight Night in the final round.
That's the key, isn't it?
Night.
That's the key, isn't it?
To bring an end to the second round of this close encounter, and going into round 3, the final round of Newcastle Fight Night. We'll see whether Victor can emerge and deliver that crunching blow that can send his opponent to the canvas. Let's see.
Both of these guys look like they're blowing. I've got to say, in the blue corner, Ammari's looking slightly more confident, slightly more relaxed. I think Jono's struggling a little bit. The blood for the nose can't be helping. But both these boys have got so much fight in them. Jono really working the body, but the referee telling him to keep his head up. Oh, Jono's down on the ground. That's not a knockdown. That is not a knockdown. It's a trip or a slip.
Papa John's fell to the weight of the canvas from the weight of his own swing as he tried to employ a wild haymaker. It didn't land. And now does Ferrari Ammar have the advantage in this fight?
Well, that's a fantastic right hook there from Jono.
A great fight here. Final fight of the round, the third round. Both of these men are going at each other, fighting on willpower and tenacity alone. And Ammar seems to have got the upper hand there. Jono is visibly tired. His punches have not got the oomph and the power they had before. Ammar is now, seems to be dominating the fight, at least in this round. Let's see what happens.
This really can be Ammari's round if he takes advantage of Jono's fatigue here. He's been told by the referee to keep his head up.
Hats off to the red corner. He's still ducking. He's still
very low.
fighting. He's still throwing punches.
What a fight.
And a
what
good roll.
What heart these two guys are showing, both their corners.
A good slip and a turn from Ammar. Let's see what happens now.
Both corners spurring their fighters on as they look drained with stamina.
Oh, it's fantastic.
Papa John's goes on the offensive.
Oh, another fantastic
A big
right
shot.
Papa John's there. Is this the moment that he turns this round and this fight around? Does he have enough time left?
A good body shot from Ammar there, straight to the solar plexus of the red corner in Jono.
That is a point taken off Papa John's there. The referee has gone over to the scorecard. We've seen that before. That really could be pivotal. And there goes the final belt of the final round of the final fight. Fight Night Newcastle 2021.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. The final round of the final fight of Fight Night Newcastle. Both of these men came here to give it their all, to give it every ounce of willpower and determination they could possibly do. They've given us a fantastic ending to the night. Let's see what happens when it goes to the judges' scorecards.
What a way to conclude Fight Night 2021 here at Newcastle. Two heavyweights, the clash of the titans, absolutely giving it everything in that ring. Sweat pouring off both of them. Both fighters could arguably deserve the victory here, but who will have their hand raised at the end of the bout?
There'll be a lot of noise for both of these fighters. The entire crowd has stayed here to support both of them.
What a fight, what a night. Two titans. Both of them deserve a massive round of applause from the audience. The last fight of the night. Now let's see what happened to the judges' scorecards.
Absolute rhinos. As the ringside announcer, there can only be one winner of the final night. The final fight of Fight Night 2021. The noise for the blue corner, the noise for the red corner.
The announcer getting the crowd amped up upon the announcement, and the winner is...
The judges' scores are in. The winner of the final fight in the blue corner.
A fantastic win for Ammar. I'm absolutely proud of him. He deserved it tonight. The blue corner.
What a showing.
Ammar, the one-man army, has won the final fight of Fight Night Newcastle. What a fantastic fight. A massive round of applause to him. Hats off to the fella.
What an unbelievable performance by both these boys. They're both big guys. And we've seen people a lot more sapped of energy than they have at the end of that third round. What a fantastic ending to one of the best nights of the year.
They did well to maintain their energy levels throughout that fight. The corner behind Ferrari Ammar going into raptures upon the announcement of his victory. Well, that was a very well contested fight, and congratulations to him.
Absolutely. The quality of the fights has improved massively over the years. Hats off to Andy McLean, the referee and the coach who trains all the fighters. Hats off to the promotional team, and most importantly to the audience at home watching live. This would be nothing without you guys. If anybody wants to step into the ring, you've seen it, you've seen how it goes. What's stopping you?
We just await at the end of the evening the fight of the night. Who have you got your money on? Because what a pleasure, what a treat it's been to sit here this close with you two boys and Madge. Unbelievable scene.
It's been such an enjoyable experience to sit here at ringside and commentate on these bouts.
Fights, 28 fighters. All of them deserve a round of applause for stepping into the ring. That makes you a hero in and of itself.
Blake versus Matt, announced as the fight of the night.
Our next event is in 2 weeks' time, on the 2nd of December. Standing tables are sold out and tables.
Blake B-Money Forrester versus Matt, the Belfast Bomber Larue. An incredible fight. It was one that we called at the time, and the referee coming over to us also called.
Absolutely. Blake and Matt's fight was definitely the fight of the night. Both of them had energy all throughout both three rounds. All 3 rounds, they had all the energy, they had all the fire, the passion, the tenacity, the willpower. Both of them lived up to their names. They gave it the fight of the night. They deserve to take the trophies home.
You will not see a better competitive bout. All the 3 rounds, they left it all in the ring and deservedly named as the fight of the night.
I think there's not too much time left for us down in the commentary area before we take it back to the studio. We just want to thank everyone for tuning in at home, all of the audience for appearing tonight. What an unbelievable night it's been. The best fight night there has ever been at Newcastle, and what a pleasure to be here so close.
Absolutely. Good night, everybody. Have a fantastic night. Look after yourselves.
And we'll take it back to the studio.
Well, that was an incredible fight night. My God, after the interval, that was absolutely insane. I mean, the standout fight there was that knockout within about 15 seconds. What did you all think of that?
I think in terms of the quality of boxing, that he just came up against someone he didn't realise had that much power within him. I think when I saw the ring walk and I saw the first bloke come in, his name is Ryan Spence, and when he came in, I thought, this guy's got a lot of potential. And then within 10 seconds, he proved me completely wrong.
Absolutely. What did you guys think of that? I mean, I've not been to many boxing matches, and I'm pretty sure that is one of the most brutal knockouts Fight Night has ever seen.
Oh, it definitely is. Like he said, within 15 seconds, he was absolutely knocked out. Because, when he came in the ring, we all thought because he came across as a very fierce kind of person, I was like, the other person has totally had it. But within 15 seconds, he proved us all wrong. And it was the match of the night. Yeah, it was the fight of the night, for sure. Because his mouth guard actually just fell off and he was absolutely knocked out. That was that was amazing. That was the highlight of the night for me.
I'll tell you what, Izzy, you mentioned a knockout, but there were 2 fantastic knockouts. That third of the night was
absolutely
the first fight, brilliant, and the fight with a knockout with the mouth guard.
I'm not sure that's COVID safe, actually. You look at all. I saw the spit go everywhere.
Did you see that mouth guard? 2 meters across the ring.
Mouth guard, and he just ran away onto the floor.
I tell you what, I was gobsmacked. I remember looking at Gaultier.
Every single table, every single person up on the top here. We looked at that mouth guard crossing the ring. None of us could say a word. It was brilliant.
I'm pretty sure it was the first time of that night that I've heard myself think, because everyone was in utter silence of shock.
Oh, definitely. Definitely. There was absolute silence for the first time in the night. There was absolute
hear a pin
silence.
Drop.
Yeah.
I heard several pin drops, just like you did, I'm sure. My goodness, what a knockout that was. I still can't quite process it.
I'm absolutely in awe of that. What just happened then? Because I knew it was going to be the match. So people were bigging it up, and I was like, yeah, whatever. Like, we've seen some knockouts, but that was a real knockout. That is going to be the best knockout I've ever seen in my life.
That's what the announcer said, like, right before the fight. He was like, this is going to be the fight of the night. And I just thought that, it's all scripted. But no, it was fight of the night.
It really was.
Because I think they know from the preparation and everything as well how the fighters are going to fight, what's better for them and stuff. So I think
it does make 8 weeks of training just
there,
15 seconds. You've done 8 weeks.
Everything. I feel so bad for the other guy. He didn't. You never know. He actually might be a really nice fighter, but he never really got a chance to show that.
That's the thing. You can't tell when someone gets knocked out like that. Is the other guy good at fighting? I'm sure he is. I mean, stepping in that ring like that, it takes some serious balls. However, to be knocked out like that.
Yeah.
I mean,
I can't.
They say great things can't be achieved in 15 seconds, but they just proved us wrong. I've never seen so many speechless girls in this room.
Yeah.
The entire hall.
Speaking of girls as well, I felt like the girls in this round were scrappy.
They were brilliant.
They were brutal.
really good.
Yeah, I would not want to be a ring with them.
Neither would I.
They were just as enthusiastic, if not more enthusiastic, than the guys.
Amen. Because I remember thinking the last match was going to be a really big one, and I was a bit underwhelmed by it a little bit. After base, to be fair, going after that knockout, I mean, I'm not surprised everyone was sort of underwhelmed.
It's kind of a tough act to follow, you know.
Josh, you say that every single fight tonight has been fantastic. Like
Yeah,
for sure.
every single one of them for stepping
Yeah.
in that ring. Points to them all.
Yeah,
like,
like-
I don't care if you win or lose. Fair
Exactly.
play to you.
Yeah, speaking of someone who's never really seen boxing before, seeing this for the first time, I've realized, it's really not about who's, like, punching the hardest, because everyone has, like, a different technique and a different way of playing the game, and that's what makes it really interesting, and that's what kept it interesting throughout the night.
I think, when we saw some of the combinations being thrown together, I noticed, it's Mike Tyson's famous quote, everyone has a plan until they get punched in the face. So I noticed the first round, people were using their footwork, they were sticking to their jabs, their hooks, and then in the second round, when they, had a bloody nose or whatever, it just like they hadn't trained for 8 weeks. They'd just been put in there, and it was like you just stepped outside of a club, and you were feeling a bit,
No, but to be honest, like you mentioned the girls' fight, right? The supporters, like their friends, they were so enthusiastic. Like they were so much invested into the fight, much more than the guys fighting.
I would agree with that massively.
For sure,
Yeah.
for sure.
So I just say.
Yeah, I was just overwhelmed by the turnout for this. I didn't realize it was such a big event until I arrived here. I thought, the Newcastle University Boxing Club, they're having this nice little annual event they do every year. And then I get here and then there's this music blaring and the floor is shaking. I'm like, okay, this is a little different than what I thought it was, but it's excellent. And it's great so many people came out to support the fighters.
The support tonight was fantastic. Whoever
Wasn't
came
it?
tonight,
Yeah.
well done. Honestly, the noise, the atmosphere tonight was fantastic.
Yeah.
Every single one of us from the top could hear every word you said. Thank you for coming. You've made it fantastic.
I know. I mean, it's been 2 years in the making. I was hoping it would be a big show, and it
has.
really
it definitely was.
And this
Like,
isn't the end of it.
Yeah.
Sorry, like initially I was so amazed because it's a black tie event and everyone was like in their gowns and black ties and everything, and I was like, oh, that's amazing. But until the end of it, they were all on their tables or chairs, just dancing, absolutely drunk, just absolutely invested in the game.
Beers
But
flowing,
that's-
punches flowing,
Absolutely,
everything.
absolutely. But that's what fight night is about, right? You can't make it a black tie event, not at all.
I saw so many people on their chairs tonight, just on the chairs, screaming,
Yeah.
getting into the mood. Fantastic, absolutely brilliant. It's been a good 2 years. Whoever came tonight, you've really done yourselves proud, so thank you.
And the
Yeah, I think-
organisers as well.
Yeah,
Absolutely, and the
it was
organisers
very
too.
well organised, and I think the audience also makes a difference. Like, had it been a very quiet audience, then
That wasn't on the cards.
Yeah, the fight wouldn't be that interesting, but it was a really nice audience, so that also made a big difference.
Well, thankfully,
Like,
we didn't
really
have to
cheerful.
deal with a quiet audience tonight,
Yeah.
did we? Very loud.
Can you imagine a quiet audience in a fight tonight?
No, I can't. I didn't have to. because
That'd be
everyone
so
did
weird.
fantastically.
Should we draw attention to the last fight? I think there was quite a bit of hype with the
Oh yeah, with the names
with
especially.
Papa John's.
Was it
Papa
Papa John's? Yeah.
versus
Oh
Ferrari
God,
Omari,
yeah,
the one-man
absolutely.
army.
Yeah, it was
They were
quite
both one-man
interesting.
armies.
Did Papa John's win then?
Papa John did not.
Oh,
win.
no. I
but
felt
he
like
had a bloody nose.
Poor
Worth it,
guy.
though.
He hit the canvas at one point, I noticed.
Did he?
Yeah. Well, I've never
Yeah.
heard a thug quite like it, but he definitely made up for it. I think 3 rounds, 2 minutes each. You're a fit individual. If you can pull through with that, I think
Absolutely.
top marks.
I think he was like 115 pounds or 90 pounds or
kg,
something like that.
115
Sorry,
kg.
kg.
115 pounds is basically a feather.
They were bigger than 115 pounds, I can tell you that for a
115
fact.
kgs, yeah. That was quite a nice watch.
To be honest, all the people here that managed to take it to the end for the full 6 minutes, like none of us could do that.
It takes a great appreciation of boxing to
none
know
of us
that
could do that.
just 6 minutes.
Absolutely petrified.
Yeah, like, how do they do it? How do they find it in them to just keep going when someone's just punching them in the face?
The
I
most
mean,
tiring part is keeping your arms up. That's
Yeah.
and it doesn't.
Yeah.
It looks like what are you doing? You're not throwing anything. You're not giving anything back. But that's where the foundation of winning a boxing match is made. If you protect yourself, you're just tiring the other person down, breaking them down, and then after that, when you throw your punches, that's where the points are scored.
Yeah, it's way harder than it looks on the outside. Just, you know, jumping around, punching the guy in the face. No, it's more than that.
Like, you know, obviously the people who are on the offense, it's highly noticeable, but some people are really nice with their footwork and like very good defense, even if they were getting absolutely beaten up. Very good defense.
Yeah.
So that's also really nice.
So, you guys, I want to hear your favourite fight. Obviously, we're going to avoid the obvious knockout there after about 10 seconds, but which one really stood out to you as sort of really good example of fighting, showing that the training, you know, went into good play?
I'll start just because I'm easiest.
I mean, there's been many, hasn't there? It's quite hard to imagine.
Exactly.
I think 28, they all sort of merge into one, yeah.
I think the surprise for me was actually the girls' fight. And
For sure.
I just thought the aggression they brought to the table was just unexpected. I've never seen girls scrap like that, and I have 3 sisters, but that was the scariest thing I've ever seen. But my fight of the night would be the 10th fight, where Blake B-Money Forrester fought the Belfast Bomber. I don't know if you remember the lad with the Irish flag. He was throwing hooks. He was throwing really nice combinations.
Yes.
I noticed his footwork. I think he drifted from orthodox to southpaw, so where you change your feet and changes the balance, and it makes it harder for the other person to counter you. So I think boxing, just outside perspective, that was a very well matched fight.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, to name a favourite fight tonight would be impossible. I mean, every single fight tonight was fantastic, but yeah, like as you say, all of the women tonight were fantastic, absolutely brutal. But like, to name a favourite, not because they were better than any of the others, they were all brilliant. But the first fight, from the very beginning, absolutely brutal. They went for each other. The entire crowd was going for it. Like, it really set the night like a light, really. No, the first fight, it got the night going. That's all I can say really. It was brilliant. Just like the other 13 of them.
The next
brilliant.
couple of hours flowed like clockwork, didn't they?
You see the first fight and you expect the same, and you did get the same. It was so good. The first fight was so good. The other 13, like every single person in that ring tonight, all 28 of you. I don't know what to say. Like, I'm absolutely brilliant.
Be a bit, you know, brain fog.
Oh, they're a bit tired.
Lectures.
I mean, I don't think they'll be going into uni tomorrow, will they? But fantastic work, everyone.
That's what's really surprising, because there were like 14 fights and none of them were repetitive. Like, each single one of them, they were so interesting that you just want to stand there and watch them. You don't feel that it's repetitive at all. But yeah, I'll say the first fight was really interesting, because I've never seen fight night. I've never been to a fight night before. I've never seen boxing or anything live. So for me, the first fight, actually, you know, my eyes were just popping out. So for me, it was the first
same
fight.
here.
And then everything else was
the
also
boxer's
interesting,
eyes
but the
popping
first fight just got it away. Yeah.
And then Elizabeth, we'll end on you, and then we're going to swap some pundits out, and we're going to hear more perspectives. So what was your final favourite fight in a few words?
So my favorite fight was definitely the third one, because by the time we got to fight 3, the audience was already like warmed up, and they were totally there, and they were excited. And at the beginning of the third one, I'm looking at the fighters getting on stage, and neither of them look like super tough, but then they start fighting, and both of them were like really good, and one of them was super fast, except the other was doing like sort of like slow, more powerful moves, and I just really liked that like contrast there and all the thought that went into it.
Okay, thank you guys so much. We're going to swap you out now. Go and get some free pizza. I feel like we've been deserving of it this evening. Go, go, go. And we're going to get Gotche, Head of Sport, and Caster as well to come and join us and talk about what they thought of tonight's goings on.
Someone take the mic.
Yeah. Guys, that was brutal today. What did you guys think of that?
Oh, that was insane, honestly. I was up here most of the time, but I got to be down ringside for like maybe 3-4 rounds.
You're really up in the action there.
Yeah, I saw the knockout in front of me, and I was like, insane.
Do you know, that is I feel like everybody's talking about this knockout. I feel like every other match has been forgotten about until that one brutal swing, and he just fell to the ground. I felt so sorry for him. He'd been training for weeks and weeks, over in 10 seconds.
I mean, I heard as well that he did it a few years ago and the same thing happened to him again.
Did it? it?
So it's really unfortunate for him to like do that and twice.
Yeah.
You're gonna train for 6 weeks, and in 10 seconds, 20 seconds, boom, you're on the floor.
Yeah.
Unconscious. It's really hard for him.
How do you come back from that, do you think? I feel like having to stand up and then be like, do you know what, yeah, I lost, I would be so embarrassed, I feel.
Respect to him for like, just coming back, congratulating his opponent, though.
I know, I'd be so livid if that happened to me.
He took it like a champ, to be
He
fair.
did.
He was like, okay, I accept it, I lost, good job to you, went off.
Yeah.
Perfect, really, 10 out of 10.
But I think I have to remind people as well, if you were watching on the stream, you may have no idea what we're talking about, because for some reason, some weird technical difficulty, as soon as that punch went, the screen went black and then he was just on the floor. We'll say it was on purpose because it was really that brutal, but
It was
my
just
goodness.
that quick.
It was
you
just
know.
that quick. Speed of it, just, you know, turn
Not
the
even
cameras
modern
off for a moment
technology.
there. Yeah. So what would you say your favourite fight was in terms of technique? I know obviously everyone's remembering the knockout one, but...
Well, honestly, the girls' fights were real good, honestly. Well, I feel like everyone said it. I've heard everybody talking about it. But, I don't know, they just kept their stamina up. Like, every round was just as brutal as the last. They kept speed going. Just impressive, really.
Yeah, there was few really good fights, to be fair. I don't know, like, trying to think right now, but the one with Pat Swallow versus Conor Lamdonna Birch. that was a good one. This one as well. He's good technique, and the guys came to fight really, and it wasn't like scrappy or anything. It was a really good fight.
Yeah, I think completely. I think we saw. I think the fights early on, I think particularly Gabe O'Neill against Gregor and knockout Costa, I think the first couple of fights really set the tone for the whole evening. And I think from there we saw a huge number of tactics on display. I think we mentioned, I think in the first interval as well, it got a bit scrappy, it got a bit dirty at times, which it's always going to be expected in this kind of evening. You're always going to get sort of tussles, particularly in the lesser experienced fighters as well. But I think those first three fights were really good sort of first few fights for the whole evening, and I think really set the whole atmosphere and got the crowd going. So I think I keep going back to those first four. I think I mentioned it previously, Charlotte and Ruby in fight 4 was incredible, really strong.
The atmosphere was insane. Like, to be fair, both of the girls' fights, the screaming from the crowd, the energy, it was just electric.
So, will I be seeing you guys in the ring anytime soon? Fair. I guess I saw you looking over there thinking, do you know what, I could do that. Gosh, maybe you two could fight against each other. That would be a real good Newcastle University versus Newcastle.
I'm not doing it.
Look, I want to try and get around as many sports as possible this year. However, getting in the boxing ring isn't one way of doing it. I'll pop along to a training session and I think watch from afar. Or perhaps I'll just tick it off right here and now. But no, I think hats off to all of these competitors. I think to get in the ring and to go through these 3 rounds of 2 minutes is an unbelievable achievement. And I think the training that they put in over the past 6 weeks or so, or longer, I think is testament to their hard work. And I think it's a real credit to them coming out here and fighting against everyone tonight. And I think big respect, whether you were knocked out in 10 seconds or you lasted all the rounds. I think to go through the training to get here today is a really big achievement.
So what do you think we have to look forward to? We've obviously got a fight night coming up on the 2nd. Why should we tune in again, do you think?
Because it was unbelievable today, that's why. That is why. No, realistically, though, the crowd was here making some loud noise throughout the whole night. We saw some great fight, the boys, girls, any type of way, any type of high, anything. So really, it was a really great night. And if the fight on the 2nd, this is the same as this one, you guys should watch it or should come as well here.
Yeah, for sure. So as we mentioned there, we do have a fight night on the 2nd of December. It'll be on NUTV as always. Fergus, do you have any final words as our athletics officer at Newcastle University?
Well, I think I said in the previous interval, I think to have live sport back up and running again is just phenomenal, and I think it's something that we've been missing from our student community for the past year and a half or so. I think we got the gradual return of outdoor sport back in March, but still we had indoor sports hampered. But now that everyone's back in September, we've got our clubs fully operational again, and we can see it on display tonight. I think everyone is just so eager to get stuck in and get involved. I think across the board our sports clubs have been fantastic, but I think boxing tonight it's all we're talking about. It has been such a display of sport and such a display of athleticism as well, and I think hats off to everyone, and I'm so excited to see what comes with our next fight night, but I think beyond in the sporting calendar as well. I think there's so much to look forward to as a student at this university.
You know, I completely agree, and what a way to end on. That was a really lovely little verse you brought out then. Thank you so much for tuning in to us here at NUTV and NSR, and a big thank you to Fight Night for hosting this incredible event. As we said, we'll be back on the 2nd of December, and we'll see you all there. Thank you so much.